against the law, as you know.
Well, I said afterwards, yeah, which I'm glad he said.
Hello. Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. We are here at the Cottesmore Hunt.
The Cottesmore Hunt. It's my second time at this notorious fox hunt, one of the oldest in the UK, and it's not very nice to be back, I have to admit, but needs must.
Needs must. It's my first time, actually, at any hunt. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I feel really passionate about this, and I feel like we need to be here to help protect our countryside, help protect it, keep it wild, and help uphold the law, really, as well, I suppose.
That's the crazy thing, that this is what goes on here is illegal. So we're going to be following the Cottesmore Hunt throughout the course of the day. Now, of course, I'm usually here with Chris Packham.
No.
He's not here today.
No, where is he? Tell me where he is.
He's got his feet up somewhere.
Why am I here?
Yeah,
where are you, Chris?
But this, for those of you that don't know, this is Dr Amir Khan, who's an amazing wildlife advocate, and is joining me today on the hunt. You're up for it?
I am up for it. You know, I'm going to be completely honest with you. So it's the first time I've done anything like this. Obviously, I'm a vocal wildlife advocate.
Yes.
But I am nervous. I'm worried about aggression. I'm worried about any kind of, I don't know. I'm apprehensive, let's say. But all of that is overridden by just the want to uphold the ban, really.
Yeah, it's so important. And, you know, you never know how hunts are going to react with us here live streaming. It's a new form of campaigning, of course, that we've been utilising. It's so great to have this live camera here because we're able to follow the action as it happens, as these hunts go about. And of course, we're not here just on our own. We're joining the hunt saboteurs, the Northants Hunt Sabs, who are fantastic.
Yeah.
We've met them a few times. And because it's one of the last hunts of the season, and because they're meeting at a Huntmaster's house, they're doing a bit of a demonstration before the hunt goes out today. So we thought we'd come live now to show you the demonstration. You can hear the hounds going on.
You can
in the back.
already hear them. And these guys are the real heroes. You know, they really do come and just put in the hours. They look, you know, they can just look at this. That is just so sad. That's a fox there that's just been torn apart. And that is why it's so important that we're here to shine a light on this. The law is being broken, and so we've got to make sure that we're the ones upholding it.
So we've got vehicles going in to the meet. Obviously, we're not going in. We're staying out on the public roads throughout the course of our observations. But you can come have a look at all of the posters, because this fox, unfortunately, met its awful end on the 16th of February 2019. Danger Cottesmore Hunt here. Yeah, it's a dangerous place. Yeah. There's all of these pictures. I mean, it's terrifying. The more you see come out of these hunts, the worse it gets. But I mean, the hounds are really going at the back.
They are. They are.
Normally what happens, so the riders are coming. We've seen a couple of riders go in so far round the back. We're not sure how many are here yet, but we'll hopefully get the full number pretty soon. The hounds will join. They have a bit of a meet. They have a bit of port.
Is that what normally happens?
They have a bit of a drink, and then they'll be riding quad bike. The terrier men will be riding the quad bikes. I'm questioning drink driving laws. I've seen them as well. Ride around without number plates.
Yeah.
They love doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of law breaking going on.
They don't like a number plate.
No.
Unfortunately, not often held to account. So they'll have a little meet there, and then we'll follow them when they come out. But I think we should go and talk to Luke, we've met him before if you followed our previous hunt sabs. Luke, we'll come have a chat with you.
How are you doing, Luke?
How are you? Yeah.
Right, we'll stand over to one side. Luke, tell us about this hunt. How long has it been going on for?
They can trace their roots back to 1666, the Cottesmore.
Yeah, and how long have you been coming here?
Not quite that long.
No.
7.5 years now we've been running a campaign on these. Yeah.
And all season you've been out sabotaging these hunts, making sure they're not killing foxes, really. What have you seen in that time?
We've caught terrier men digging at an active badger set. We've caught on our drone the hunt killing a fox and then putting it in a black bag and dumping the body.
That was quite recently.
That was 16th of December, yeah. And we've caught countless other incidents of foxes being pursued, and deer as well. We've got police investigations going on regarding those. So yeah, it's just been non-stop hunting.
What drives you to come out every time? Because you're so passionate about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, somebody's got to be here to protect wildlife because the law fails. So, you know, that's why we're here, and that's why the HSA has been running since 1963. Because the law, 2004 Act, simply fails wildlife.
What needs to change?
Well, we need an outright ban on hunting with hounds. It's as simple as that. No loopholes, no smokescreens. It has to go. Organisations taking out packs of hounds into the countryside has got to come to an end, because every time they do go out, wildlife's at risk. And that's what we see time and time and time again. I mean, we've been out on these, like I say, 3 times a week this season. So we've documented a lot of it, you know.
It's a bit of a different campaign for you this year, though, isn't it? Because, of course, like, hunt sabbing is, you know, a core part of what you do. But the campaign this year is to stop the Cottesmore, full stop, like to see an end to it properly.
Yeah, that's been from the very start.
Yeah.
That's always been the aim of this group. We don't just want to sab, we want to actually put them out of business, because sabbing is just, you know, is not quite enough.
No, well, you don't want to just, you know, chase them around. You do want to see it come to an end.
Yeah.
Things have shifted slightly, I think, in terms of numbers in the last year or so. So tell us a bit about that.
I mean, on a Saturday in previous years, they'd have 70, 75 riders. Last Saturday, they had 3 paying riders. Right. So you can see the difference. They're a business, so they rely on funds, they rely on riders and subscribers paying a cap fee. So the less riders they have, the less money they have, and the more chance of them going bust.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see, isn't it? We want to see less riders, no riders, ideally.
Yeah, we don't want to see packs of hounds and you know, marauding around the countryside causing havoc, which is what they do all the time, all over the country. You know, there's like 176 registered packs, I think. Right. So it's going on every day of the week, bar Sundays.
Wow.
You know,
okay,
all over the place. So.
Well, I love that you brought numbers into it, because you know what I've got?
There you go. You've got to have some stats.
We've got the stats. We've got the stats. All right, I'm going to open this up. And I think everyone would be quite surprised to learn just how many hunts actually go out. It's over 15,000 in a season. And this data was taken on the 2022-2023 season. 15,180 estimated hunts going out into the countryside in one season. 15,180.
I had no idea it was that many. Like, literally no idea.
Yeah.
That's a huge number. That's just crazy numbers. And I don't think the general British public know that. It's really important that we get that out.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different stats. 46% of registered trail hunts, again, we know trail hunting as a smokescreen for illegal fox hunting. They were, 46% were seen caught chasing or killing foxes, 46%.
That's crazy. And 92 different deer were chased, 24 of which were killed by a hunt.
Yeah, this is all just within one season. 2,000 plus meets of hare hunting packs were recorded. I mean, 112 instances of hunt violence. Now, hunt violence is, you know, violence that is perpetrated towards the sabs, towards vehicles, just general kind of aggression. And you get bits and pieces of that. I mean, we got that last time. We had the Terrier men flipping us the finger last time. We had a few words that were thrown out at
How
us.
brave are they, flicking you the finger,
I know, terrifying.
swearing at you.
I know, very scary. What is nice right now, though, can you hear?
Oh.
What have we got? We've got some hounds.
They're not leaving yet, but they're just milling about.
Oh, yeah, here are the dogs.
Yeah, I think someone's got a drone up. Yeah.
Can we go and have a look?
Yep. Okay, so we've got a drone up in the air, and this gives us a better vantage point, because at the moment the riders and the hounds are in the meet point, which we can't get a good visual access on, but that's where great technology comes in.
That is, yeah. Hopefully we'll get this aerial view, we'll see what's going on, how many people there are, and it'll just give us a better idea as to what they have planned, really.
Yeah, exactly. It's just eyes in the sky helps massively. The more people on the ground. I mean, these sabs are out time and time again doing incredible work. Hello,
Hi.
how's it going?
What are we seeing?
Just keeping an eye on the hunts at the minute. They're still hanging around the meet at the minute.
How many people can you see?
Very small turnout, thankfully. The last few weeks we've found they've been getting less and less riders each week, which is really encouraging. It's credit to the commitment of our subs going out every week. So. This is potentially their last Saturday of the season, so we wanted to come out and stand up to them.
Yeah. It's important to keep up that pressure, and having those sort of eyes in the sky pretty crucial. I mean, that doesn't let. How many riders? How many can we count there? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8.
We've got some hunt staff there as well, the red coats.
Yeah.
But in terms of paying riders, it looks very small turnout today.
There's lots of dogs running around as well.
We think, if you see the white horse there, the centre of the screen, that's potentially Huntsman.
Yeah.
He's often on his white horse.
The red coats there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've met him once or twice before. Lean forward. So yeah.
keep an eye on them.
It is very small, isn't it, compared to last time when we were here last year? I mean, I remember being on the road when they came out, and it was just that you had to stand back the number of horses that we were riding past.
Really?
I mean,
but this is a good sign, right?
Yeah.
This is a good sign. Things are working.
This is really good.
Yeah, considering it's the last Saturday of the season, we're expecting a big turnout.
Absolutely.
And for that reason, the fact that there's 6 or 7 riders
This
there,
is really good.
I think that's credit to you guys.
Massively.
I really do.
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, that's got to feel... I mean, obviously it's annoying they're still going out, but that's a win, isn't it?
Encouraging to see, we're moving in the right direction without doubt.
Yeah.
I think it's important to say that the opinion of the British public is very much on our side. They do not want to see these hunts in their villages. They do not want to see foxes ripped apart. They don't want to see wildlife ripped apart. So these people are really going against the grain of what the British public want.
Massively.
All the polls that have been done, the British public have always been against hunting with hounds. It's just time for the law to finally catch up, which is what we can only hope.
Yeah.
Keep fighting for.
It's one thing, isn't it, to hear about it, and we know that this goes on, but to be stood here when those hounds go in to cry, I can't tell you the emotion, the terror, you just put yourself in that mind of that fox, and the poor hounds. Well, we've got to say it's not the hounds' fault. These poor hounds are treated in they're kept in terrible conditions. There is evidence of them being shot in the head. There's evidence of them being fed to each other when one dies. I mean, it's really bad stuff. Yeah,
I've not heard that.
Yeah, there's evidence that shows that there was a couple hunts that when the hound died, got cut up and just chucked to the rest of the hounds.
Oh, that's awful.
So, these poor dogs, I mean, I've met a few of them. I've had a few hound cuddles. They're very, very lovely animals.
I'm hoping for a hound cuddle.
Hound cuddle, they're very sweet. And it's not their fault, of course. They're just, not looked after very well at all. And it's terrible to see. It's animal welfare across the board. It's the hounds, it's the wildlife, the foxes, the deer. I mean, can we just take 1 minute of wildlife appreciation? Because you don't know how many good moments you're going to get on a fox hunt. I'm not sure if you can hear. I'm going to put my microphone. My first skylark of the year, everybody.
It does sound gorgeous.
Oh, I hope you can hear that back at home, but you have to sometimes hang on to these little moments.
And that's part of the reason we're doing this, right? Is for the wildlife. It's just huge, and hearing the wildness of it, I think is so important. And foxes are a big part of that ecosystem, right?
Hey, I had a fox literally run over my foot the other day. You'll all love to know. Yeah, I came out of the co-op.
Was it driving something?
No, it wasn't driving. It wasn't behind the wheel. But I came out of the co-op. I took 2 steps forward, and I thought it was a dog.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the foxes where I live, they're just wonderful. And there's one in particular that is a little bit bolder than the rest. And I literally stepped outside, and its tail brushed my leg.
Oh, magical.
And beautiful male. And honestly, it made my week.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dog. I had to do 3 takes. But that just happened.
We're very lucky. We have got foxes in our garden. The dream is for them to bring their cubs to the garden and watch them play. So I try and make it as inviting as possible for them. We've got food, we've got everything for them that they might possibly want.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for babies this year.
Their fox cubs are cute.
They're the cutest. They're so
cute.
playful.
Yeah, to see them on the lawn. If you've got fox cubs on your lawn, I'm well jealous.
Yeah, same.
Jealous. But yeah, no, it's very good. But I know your garden's great. You've got hedgehogs and everything.
We've got hedgehogs. They're just woken up. Yeah. And we've got lots of frog spawn in the pond as well.
It's happening, people.
It is happening. It's happening. What's happening on here?
Yeah, let's have a look at the drone.
What have we got?
Haven't moved much.
How many riders are we looking at?
Not many. Handful, 6, 7 riders we've about counted so far. What generally happens at the beginning of a meet, often the field master will give a small speech to the riders, to the pay field. As you can see, there's not that many. They'll gather the hounds up and then they'll set off. So we're obviously just keeping the drone at a safe distance at the minute, keeping an eye on them, or when they set off, we'll get a direction.
So it's been a year since we have caught up with them live. Obviously, they were the first hunt that we did this new way of campaigning. What's been going on with them in any instances in the last year?
Plenty. I wasn't actually out the last time you guys came out, but personally, it's been quite a full-on season. Plenty of incidences, plenty of reports to the police. Just waiting to see what's going to happen, transpire with those. We just want to keep coming out and doing what we do and making sure we're exposing them for their criminality. Because as you say, the public's always been against hunting. We feel it's just our job to to bring that awareness to people and show people what's really going on with these so-called trail hunts.
What kind of things have you seen in your time?
Foxes being chased. I've seen. What shocked me really is it's just not just the foxes that are the victims. We've got blocked badger sets. We've got abusive hounds, abusive horses right in front of our eyes. It just goes to show it's just not the foxes that are the victims in this. That's really what shocked me.
Yeah, it's just how widespread it is, isn't it? Like, it's just everything. Like, when you see, like, last time when we were out with the BSV, like, literally just a few weeks ago, like, to see, like, but I don't know how many deer just scattered across the fields, like, in a pure panic, at a time when, like, time is hard, it's winter, it's cold out, they're trying to conserve as much energy as they possibly can, and all of a sudden, they're having to get up, run, all of that energy expenditure. Like, what a waste that is. And they're petrified.
They're terrified.
These poor things.
Yeah. Just terrified.
Right, it seems like the demonstration's been packing up a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on, see what's going on. They don't normally.
So Megs, talk to me about the structure of this hunt. So people pay to go on it? There's a paid riders? What
they do.
What's the deal there?
So you've got like the hunt masters. So typically we'll see these guys and they'll be coming out in their red coats. It's that classic kind of arrogant, entitled uniform that the hunt masters and leaders wear. And oh god, I don't understand why anyone would want to dress up in a red coat, get on the back of a horse, ride around the countryside like they own it, often trespass and chase wildlife and call that a good day out.
It's just like sounds like the worst day out.
It's just the arrogance of it drives me nuts. So you've got the red coats. Then, you've got the terrier men, which are typically guys that are on the quad bikes.
Right.
And their kind of role, sometimes they'll have like a box at the front and there'll be a terrier dog in there.
Okay.
Which is why they're called terrier men. And the terrier men are used, so if they chase a fox and the fox goes to ground, so it goes under the earth, they'll sometimes send the terrier in first to locate it.
Okay.
But these are typically people that are employed by landowners or something. The terrier men, generally speaking, they could be gamekeepers or something like that. So they don't take part in the hunt itself. And then you've got the paid riders. Now, it's expensive to
How
do this.
expensive is it?
I mean, honestly, I haven't signed up myself.
No?
So I haven't had to pay that expense. But, like, it's quite a lot. We've got people coming out.
Okay.
So basically what happens, paid riders, they have to pay the membership. Barrel roll going on. You have to keep us. I mean, we're on the move. This is rough and ready.
This is very live.
This is a different kind of broadcast.
Yes.
Whoa, hello. One more. If you're dizzy, I'm really sorry.
That is it.
Sorry for dizzy. Fabian's got his wires.
So we might have some people coming out now.
So we might be able to hear the hounds. So if we'll go stand on the corner. So then, the paid stuff. I mean, I might be able to ask actually. So, how much is it exactly to belong to a hunt? Like, if you wanted, like, the paid riders. I mean, it's an expensive thing.
You can pay a daily cap fee, or you can pay for certain days of the year. You can pay a golden ticket. I think golden ticket with the Cotswolds about $3,000 a year.
Wow.
For the neighbouring hunt, the beavers, about $5,000 a year.
So expensive.
If you wanted to hunt every meet, yeah.
That's mad. Yeah. But that's not also including the fact that you have to bring your own horses. So you've got all of the expense of that. 2 horses.
You have to bring 2 horses.
If you want a second horse, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So say about 2 o'clock, they will change horses and get a fresh steed and be on again.
Okay.
So it's like
so
Formula
this
One
is a
guy, I suppose,
very much
tyres.
a rich man's sport then.
Kind of. I mean, there is sort of lower level hunts that are not so wealthy, shall we say? But I mean, regardless of that, really, it could be a man on the street or it could be a lord. What they're doing is disgraceful and wrong, and that's it, really. So, but it does cost money. So
yeah,
it's expensive. I mean, all of the kit and the silly old red.
Yes. Yeah. The costume.
The
the pompousness of it all. Just all of it, really, isn't it? It's from start to finish.
It's paying to satisfy a bloodlust, isn't it? And all these car supporters you'll see here, they will all be belonging to the hunts have a supporters sort of committee, a supporters club. So they'll all be chipping in. They'll be walking around with a bucket this morning trying to get some funds for the hunt or running a raffle or whatnot, all to raise money for the hunt, all to keep the hunt going, I mean, I think you've already heard how many riders we've got here today. Did you say 6 or 8?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be going very well for them compared to last time.
I was going to say the BSV where you
so
went,
they're going to be
60,
doing,
wasn't there?
Yeah, they'll be doing a lot more raffles then to try and raise that money.
It's important to stress that this hunt is one of the, I'd say, top 5 hunts in the UK. They're a very big, prestigious hunt, but they've been hammered into the ground by hard-working activists.
By you,
a group of
you guys,
and that's so important to say.
Want to see an end to it.
Yeah,
we're not standing back and letting it happen. We're actively trying to stop it, and we've been doing it for a number of years, as I said earlier, and we'll keep going until they're shut down. Simple as that.
But this is what's amazing, because you guys come out and, like, you know, you got better things to be doing on your Saturday, quite frankly. Like, you want to spend time with your families, spend time at home. Like, the fact you have to come out, watch football. We've got riders coming out, so we.
You're right.
But you put yourself in harm's way sometimes. I mean, the damage to vehicles.
It's we had a lot of violence that's been well documented, and windscreen smashed with hammers and all sorts of stuff's gone on.
Unacceptable.
But what we've always tried to do as part of our job is to not only sab them and run a hard-hitting campaign, is to document everything that goes on with it, so that we can get it out to everybody, so they can see exactly the full picture.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. What I've learned about fox hunting and trail hunting is it has come from all that documentation that you guys have done. So it's so important.
Yeah, the SABs all over the UK have worked tirelessly, since 1963, but obviously since the ban came in, in 2004, it's kind of had to revert to evidence gathering as well as the sabbing, so that we can try and get convictions and try and get the governments to open their eyes and realise that it's nothing but a smokescreen. It's still what it was pre-2004. There is no change, apart from the fact they just lie and say we lay a trail.
But we've got a lot of work to do on that. I mean, we'll talk very recently there's been a case in the court which hasn't gone according to plan due to a major loophole on Smokescreen, and we'll get into the details of that, and we've got some footage to show you of exactly what happened. Devastating. Like, it is like gut-wrenching when you think you've got enough evidence to get proper prosecution and proper justice, and it just doesn't work. It fails. We've got the hunts are going.
Right,
they're going out the
go.
back. They didn't want to come and see us, so we're gonna go out the. They've snuck around us, Amir.
They must have caught wind of us.
They know we're here.
But we're going to follow them. We're going to follow them.
Let's get in. Go on. Luke.
Okay, you want me in first, Joe? What's he saying? Let's see what he's got to say.
All right.
What are you saying, Sab? Can you just keep that door open?
What's going on?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Just keeping an eye for the drain of where they're going.
Yeah. So they might be going out the back.
Yeah.
So you're going to follow them, see where they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what they've got to say. Yeah. So it sounds like it's going out the back anyway. So I think they're going to turn and go towards Whissendine. So we'll follow that.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're in pursuit now. we haven't seen much of them yet.
No, but they know we're here, and I think that's important. And might they have normally come out the front if we weren't here, do you think?
Yeah,
quite possibly, yeah.
So already we're making a difference, right?
They don't want to be on camera, do they?
Wow.
Yeah. So if you have just joined us, welcome. Me and Amir here are following the Cottesmore Hunt. It's one of the most notorious and oldest hunts anywhere in the UK. They've been known for breaking the law multiple times, chasing, killing foxes, lots of violence towards hunt sabs and other members of the community, intimidation, all of these kind of things.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, we're fed up of it. I'm personally so fed up of it. They've just left the meet point, so we're going to go and follow them down and see what they're up to and make sure they're not doing any illegal activity.
Yeah, already we've seen them gather through our drone. We've also seen a little bit of aggression with someone coming out and questioning what we're doing. We should be questioning what they're doing. They're the ones breaking the law. We are not. We are just documenting what they're doing. So we're going to follow them out. They've gone round the back, so we're here.
Do you want to go on, driver? Just go on and go right, please.
Yeah, we're going to try and keep up as best we can. So a lot of the cars coming out are the hunt supporters, and these are people that aren't participating in the hunt, but they are, family, friends, whatever. They're there to support and watch as the hunt goes on. Basically, they want to stand there and watch a fox being torn apart on a Saturday morning.
What would drive you to come out your home on a Saturday morning and say, you know what I want to do today? I want to go and watch dogs rip apart a beautiful fox. Like, there is literally nothing I would like to see less than that.
No,
nothing.
And it's horrible sight. I mean, I've never seen it happen with my own eyes. I've like watched, unfortunately, a lot of videos, and I'm sure, unfortunately, the guys we're with have seen it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably saw it on the banner there. That was me holding the fox in Feb 2019. That was about 10-15 minutes after leaving the meet. They held a testimonial meet on that day for the huntsman who was retiring, and within 10 or 15 minutes the hounds were straight on and killed it immediately. So that just goes to show the start point where we are right now. It can happen this quickly.
That's mad.
And I had to get in and retrieve the fox, but it was being pulled about by a pack of hounds, and it so keep going.
Tell me, it's traumatic for you to see. What are they doing when that's happening?
Well, they're trying to on that day they were trying to get the body themselves so they could conceal the evidence, of course. That's what they were always trying to do. But yeah, they'll just gather their hounds. They'll inside they'll be enjoying it.
Yeah.
They'll be rejoicing in that moment. And they'll just go on and try and get more. It's
so
really
they don't just stop at the one.
Oh no, they won't.
They just keep going until the end of the day, no matter how many animals they kill.
That's right. Yeah, they'll just keep hunting as much as possible. It's just disgraceful,
It is disgraceful. There is not a one bit of me or anyone here really that would get any enjoyment from that. Just like it just beggars belief, right?
But I mean, I'm really pleased that I can't understand it, because you wouldn't want to be in that mentality where you get enjoyment from that. I mean, the fact that it is so alien, like, I'm quite comfortable with that, because that's just a horrific thing. We're facing a biodiversity crisis, facing a point where we need to be connecting with our landscape and encouraging, a fostering relationship, a tolerant relationship of all wildlife and how it interconnects with each other. But to have such aggression, and this is the thing, like sometimes you see with these hunts, like there are children on horseback and they're really young and they're joining the hunt and they're witnessing all of these violent things, and that becomes normalised.
That's it. What we should be normalising is nurturing nature. That's where the pleasure really lies, isn't it?
So if they've come around the back, we should be able to start seeing them in these fields as they're riding.
Okay, I think we've got glimpses of them now, just out
through
there.
the window. Oh yeah, they're right at the back. Are they? Quite far out.
Oh yes, I can see them right at the back.
Yeah.
There they are.
They're quite far away, so it's hard to see with the camera. We can see the white horse, but running along the tree line, and they'll often go to the tree line because, of course, that's where foxes might go to rest throughout the day, in these small patches of woodland in the middle of the field. So they'll go to small patch to woodland to keep, send the hounds in. Basically, they'll have a hunt person stood on the side of the woodland waiting.
I mean, there are a lot of dogs there.
A lot of hounds.
Let's see what we can see.
So what we can see.
So we can see the huntsman on the white horse.
Yeah, and
that's
behind as well.
Yeah.
They're just disappearing behind the tree. We might be able to get ahead of them, actually, which would be good.
Okay, so we've got Sabs going in here already, as you can see, going in to challenge the hunt, see what's happening straight away. As I said earlier, time's of the essence, because hunting begins immediately. So
okay.
Yeah. So buzzard. Yeah, we've got a buzzard flying away there.
So already they're causing havoc with the wildlife. Yeah. It's all just running away.
All going away, and we've got the hound, the riders riding up. So they're running up and down that hedge line there.
So they must know there might be something in there.
There could be, yeah. I mean, it's always a good indication when they found a scent is when the hounds go into cry.
Right.
So there's that high pitched shrieking sound, and you can hear it. We haven't heard it yet, but I'm no doubt we might.
But there's something that's piqued their interest because they've stopped, haven't they? They're looking at something there.
They've gone all the way up. The red coats are at the top of the hill.
Red coats are right at the top. Oh yeah, they've gone all the way back. So they kind of
completely backtracked.
They've backtracked a little bit. We've got a hare running.
There's a hare.
We've got a hare running. They're moving away. Oh, there they turn around again.
They're coming back down.
Yeah, hare on the move. You can see that poor animal running.
And that is something that they would chase if they see
There's
it.
3 hare.
Yeah.
Four hare. I mean, yeah, this is the thing. I mean, those hounds are so on these kind of scents. I mean, they get so hard up. And of course, the smokescreen that this hunt is operating under is something called trail hunting. And as you may well know, trail hunting supposedly, if abiding by the law, means that someone has gone out early in the morning and laid a scent trail of a fox. How would they get a fox if they're not allowed to hunt them?
Where does that scent come from?
I don't know. Bit strange, isn't it? But they have a bag of a fox scent and they run through the woods creating a trail scent, and then the hounds will follow, supposedly, a pre-laid scent. So there's not meant to be much wildlife disturbance and not meant to chase foxes. But of course, the moment that the hounds get on a real fresh scent, they do that. And most of the time, there's very little evidence to suggest someone even goes out running a trail, because where the hounds end up going is often really thick bushes, brambles up to your waist.
See, actually,
no one's going to have run there. No one is going to have got up early and gone, oh, I know, I'm going to run through that patch of bramble there. That sounds like a good idea. That just doesn't happen. Oh, yeah, we've got some muntjac.
Yeah.
I mean... What?
It just disturbs
and the hair.
It does disturb. So this is the thing I don't get.
No.
Why choose a fox scent to scent? Why choose that? Why not choose anything else and train the hounds to chase something just really benign, like, I don't know, like lavender or lemon or something like that?
It's because they quite like it. They want to see foxes ripped apart. So they're I mean, the smokescreen is their own word. I mean, I don't know if you saw that Zoom meeting that they had.
Yes, I did.
And God, I mean, it was terrible, but
they pretty much just confessed to everything.
They completely confessed to it. It was all like the hunt leaders, and they're all sat around having the Zoom meeting, and someone managed to infiltrate that meeting, where they then said, yeah, I mean, essentially, trail hunting is a smokescreen, and we just get away with what we want when we want, because the law doesn't. The hounds are up and down that hedge line.
Yeah, they just keep going up and down those fields, don't they? Along that line.
Not in Cry though.
No.
But the Sabs are going in.
They could have potentially got a scent, and they're following that scent.
So should we get back?
So let's see what's going.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to get back round and see if we can get a bit closer.
Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to avoid the cameras today, I think. It's a very different feel this time.
Okay.
So it's got a very different tone to it than when we've done it before. It's a very different feel. Well, before they've been quite, brazen and quite... I mean, we've really managed to surprise them. Especially with the BSV that we did a couple of weeks ago. The look on their faces when we showed up.
Really?
Oh dear, they weren't very happy with us.
It's just to confirm, sorry, the hound's heading back towards the meet.
Okay.
Do you think they're trying to lose us?
Yeah.
Or confuse us, maybe.
Lose us or confuse us.
There's plenty of sabs out, and, so
yeah.
we'll do our best to keep up. I'm sure we'll be fine.
We'll keep
never
up with
normally
them.
fail.
No.
Yeah. Back up and left,
Back up.
If nothing else, it was nice to see the hares.
Well, yeah. It'd be
Yeah.
nice to see them when they're not running,
Yes.
petrified.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see them chill, but yeah.
Oh dear, but yeah. I mean, this is the kind of thing that you get used to seeing, is like when the hounds get sent into a wood, like all the wildlife that's resting there just disperses. And understandable. I mean, it's quite terrifying.
It's incredibly terrifying, and those hounds could go for anything, right? And so it's just crazy. Even now, just driving up here, those hares are still running scared.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, the sound of the horses and the hounds, it's not good. Right, new polling data. Should we go into that?
Yes,
Why not?
please.
We've got a minute. New polling data shows a clear majority of voters of all parties and people in the countryside, as well as major towns and cities, support the ban on trail hunting. So a poll was commissioned by the League Against Cruel Sports and carried out independently. And it found that 62% of the public think the trail hunting should be illegal, more than double the 24% that think it should be legal. So there's a gap there of people that don't know too much about it and didn't feel comfortable voting either way. But 62%.
Well, that's a huge majority. That is a
massive majority.
Yeah.
And what I really love about this is that people often say, oh, well, do you know what I get told all the time? Oh, you don't know anything about the fox hunting because you live in a city. And I'm like, actually, I don't. But, and there's this divide between city and countryside, which is absolute rubbish, and I hate it. It's a really divisive and, purposefully divisive argument. that tries to, belittle and undermine.
I get that as well.
Yeah.
I get the whole, it provides jobs for people in the countryside, and what the economy and all of this kind of stuff. That's not the kind of job you want. It's not the economy you want to support.
No.
There's lots of other ways to support the countryside.
Yeah.
And conservation is a big.
Really hopes to see this happen this year. Of course, there's a lot going on in the world right now. It is a scary. It's worth saying. The world is quite a frightening place right now, and there is a lot going on, and it is overwhelming.
Very
so our
much
government
so.
are busy. However, we do have to hold them account to the promises that they make. And when they say that they are going to tighten the 2004 hunting ban, we really need to hold that to account, because the law is currently not fit for purpose. It is not working. Foxes are still getting torn to shred. Wildlife is getting chased. People are getting beaten. Cars are getting damaged. So it has to be tighter.
Yeah.
So at the moment, our government is now saying that they're going to have a consultation about changing the law, which we, don't necessarily agree with. We don't think it needs a consultation, but if it has to happen, let's get on with it.
We just need to tighten those laws, get rid of the loopholes completely, so there is no way these smoke screens can still happen. There's no way people can say they're doing one thing and then are actually breaking the law.
Horses are coming down. So we're going to get out really quickly after this burn.
No, we're not.
We're going to keep going up.
I think. Well,
They might
coming our
turn.
way.
They're coming up towards us.
Let's see what this other guys are saying.
So you get ready to go
Footsteps on the
potentially. So we have got one specific ask for you on this broadcast. If you can, there is a link that will come up. Please write to your MP and say that you want this consultation to happen. Say that you want a ban on trail hunting. That will make such the world of difference, because ultimately using your voice is the most powerful tool that you will ever have, and getting comfortable and bolder and using your voice is key when it comes to protecting the environment and protecting the wildlife that we love to see. We love our foxes. So tell your MP that and get them to sort this out
Two
ASAP.
masters of the hunt there.
Two hunt
Alistair
masters
and
going
Julia
past.
Galtry,
Oh, you recognise them?
Yes. Yeah, two of the
They've
hunt
split up a
masters.
little bit though.
It looks like they're a bit all baffled all over the place, aren't they?
This is quite... Why? That's unusual. There's no hounds. They're masters, and they're not with the rest of the group. So what's going on?
No, well, they're probably going to claim that they're laying trails. That'll be their claim.
Well, I don't see a bag with any scent or anything on
No, there
it.
definitely wasn't anything like that.
Yeah, it's garbage, isn't it? We all know it.
Do you think it's because we're here, so they're trying to just
Yeah, I think they're just baffled, just going all over the place, aren't they?
There's a lot of us. We're documenting everything, and I think they're running scared, really.
Yeah.
So they've probably trying to just split up and confuse us some way or another. But there's no confusion. There is absolutely no confusion. Like, this is a smokescreen. We've seen the history of this particular hunt kill foxes before, so there is no confusion as to what they are capable of.
Yeah, it's hard. It's it's hard, but it's not hard as well. Like, it's common sense, and it should just be, a black and white issue, and we need to be firmer on it.
Silver vehicle on chart.
Right, this is the meet point.
Well,
We've got some
supporters coming out.
supporters are coming out.
The supporters
they'll
are
be
just
getting in their
leaving.
cars now they'll be jumping in and trying to keep up with the hunt. What we're doing essentially, but obviously they want to watch what's happening.
Okay.
That's the whipper in. So he's the huntsman's assistant. His name's Max Logan.
And what does he do?
So as I say, he's almost like a right-hand man of the huntsman. So if hounds sort of run off the line, we've got hounds in the hedgerow here, have we?
Right, yeah, they're in the
Have
hedgerow.
we?
Should we get out?
You
Yeah.
can hear the horn blowing.
Can we get?
There's a quad.
Well,
There's definitely a quad there.
Oh, they've got more riders on the left as well.
Subs on
Dark
channel. We've got the
horses.
whole of the hunt back at Waterloo Lodge. Yeah, we should definitely be getting out.
Get out.
Right.
Okay,
Let's go.
Speedy.
Let's go.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Can you turn it, mate? We're waiting.
Right, so
Okay.
we've
So
got the whip riding away now.
yeah, that
We've got
chap
some
on the
hounds coming in.
yeah.
And here we've got the terrier men in the quad bike.
So these are the terrier men you were talking about.
Yeah, on the quad. So you can see the look on the back. They're masked
Okay.
up. They have got their number plate showing though this
Yeah,
time.
fair enough.
They didn't last time.
Yeah.
They have actually. I think that is the cleanest number plate I've ever seen. They might have just cleaned that in order for us.
I think they have.
That is the sparkling number plate.
Now the riders and the hounds were coming out, but they've turned around
Staying
again.
within the meet at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're staying in.
What to do and where to go.
I think...
Oh. Yeah. You know...
There's a lot going on right now. There's lots of people going in different directions. Members of the hunts going in different directions. Hounds going one way, riders going the other way, terrier men going the other way. So there is a lot going on. We don't know why they're doing it. It might be because we're here and they don't want us to follow them, but we will find them no matter where they go.
Oh, yes. You can run, but you cannot hide.
Yes.
Right, get back in. Walk.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're right at the meet point. Let's... Okay. All right, we're going to jog down and see them.
Yeah. There's a group of them just at the end there. Motorbikes coming through.
Hounds are coming out.
There they are, there they are.
Oh, now they're sneaky.
Okay, so we can see the hounds.
Yeah, they're all
here
going
they all
out.
Are. Here they all are.
Oh, they did. They wanted us out the way so they could get out without being noticed. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's quite a lot of riders there, and a child as well.
And that's the sad thing, is when you see the kids coming out.
God.
And you've got the hunt supporters here as well.
Yeah.
Followed by the terrier men.
I mean, very measly turnout.
Is it? It seems like a lot of people.
It's a lot less than when we were last here, which is a great thing.
I mean, it's good that there's less, but it's still too many, right?
It's still too many, and we'll keep coming until, of course, we see an end to this.
So these are all the supporters that we're speaking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that have come here to support the hunt.
Just to watch.
Hopefully see wildlife chased and killed, aren't we? Yes, that's
just,
correct, yeah. Yeah.
Right, so they've headed down this way. I think the skylark's still singing. That's nice.
Yeah, positive.
Right. Will you get back and follow them?
So they've just headed away. We've counted 9 riders.
I mean, that's in terms of paid riders, perhaps, but we'll have a proper count. But there are kids. I mean, come on.
Yeah, seeing children is one of the
children.
saddest things, because it just indoctrinates them into something so violent.
Right.
Okay, we're going to follow them.
Take my little spot in the corner.
Squeeze back in.
So,
there we go. Right.
Seatbelts.
Off we go. I've got to be quick because we don't want to hold up the road.
So, Luke, what are we saying about those numbers?
I didn't quite see how many myself, actually. Did you count them? 9 riders. Well, you saw it yourself, a Saturday at the BSV.
Yeah.
What was there, 60 there?
Yeah, about that.
The Cotswold would always have had them numbers years ago. Before we ever came here, they would have always had them numbers. And in the early years of us being here, they had big numbers like that. I think what it is, it boils down to that these paying riders and supporters as well, they get frustrated at constant anti-hunt activity,
right.
You know, documenting what's going on, meet after meet after meet. So they don't want that. They just want to come out and fulfil their bloodlust and see wildlife being chased. So if they're under constant sort of pressure and presence of antis, as they call us, then they'll just disperse to other hunts and other local hunts around here. So that's essentially what's happened. So that these people, the majority of them will not have given up hunting. They'll be still hunting, but they'll just be hunting elsewhere.
Right.
And as I said earlier, you know, that means that there's less money at this hunt, and they're just being sort of forced into terminal decline, really.
And one of the things that was quite clear with the BSV was that, you know, the hunts that are the most notorious, that are known for definitely going after foxes at a ridiculous level, tend to be quite popular because people, that's what they want to do. They want to be out hunting foxes. The ones that have, well, I mean, look at that, it's a child on a horse. I mean, we won't film because obviously we don't have children on, but there is a child probably as young as what, 6?
I would say 6,
6
5 or
years
6.
old.
Maybe less than 6, actually, 5. Yeah.
It's what's really, really sad.
This is where it starts, you see. It starts with the indoctrination of the pony clubs. The pony clubs are like the junior version of a hunt. So they get the youth in there, starting riding horses, whatever. By the time they become teenagers, they're already then starting to join up with the proper. Well, you see it there with the proper hunt, but they start off with the pony club. So the pony club is like a little sister of the main hunt, you know, and it's about trying to get the next generation of fox hunter through the door.
So they're not just learning how to ride horses; they are being indoctrinated into
They are.
hunting.
I mean, who would bring children to such events like this? I mean.
Huntsman's gone into the woods on the left-hand side.
Okay, yes, there they are. I can see them on the left. There's no missing that red coat.
A big patch of woodland.
On channel. Huntsman has gone into your left. To your left. Well, that's on the right sub. So which one? Okay. So we can. Yeah, let's keep going down.
Okay, so through the left.
Yeah, unfortunately
There we
for
go.
them,
And another
Okay.
little one. Oh God, that for me, that's one of the most sad
It's
things.
so incredibly sad.
Because there was a little girl at the last one on a horse, and she just like every time she rode past. I mean, she was again 6 years old. She would always like look at me like directly in that and just smile, and I would just like smile back. Like she's so sweet, and it's like she's just being taught.
There's so much you
that
can
this
teach
sort of
children about
violence is
wildlife,
okay.
isn't there? And this is not it.
So
When I was a kid, we had like a group of fox cubs in the garden, and I was like obsessed with them. I would like look out the window every time they'd come out and like just be like amazed and curious about these animals, and you just like foster a love of them. But here,
go left.
children are
keep
being
left.
taught like to connect with that wildlife in a completely different manner,
Yeah.
to destroy it.
Yes.
And it's it's just it's really I find that the words quite hard to describe because it's just so disappointing. It's sad to see.
I remember that, and I still get that magical feeling every time you see a fox in the wild,
Yeah,
right?
go left.
It's
please.
just incredible.
So
And then
the man will start
to
flattening
know
out,
that this is happening to them, actively happening,
Hello, mate,
is
where
just
are you?
incredibly sad.
When you go to the film,
Okay, right. Get yourself out onto the road. Get your vehicle back.
Yeah, that's true. So Phelps was just saying that watching films, there's age ratings on blood. There's
Yeah.
age ratings on things that you can see in the movies and
Yeah.
like things like that. So, but don't worry. Oh, don't worry. You can't watch Saw, kids. But do you want to come and see an animal being torn apart limb from limb?
Yeah,
like
because
blood
it's
going
tradition.
everywhere.
It's British tradition. It is not British tradition. It's against the law, and we've got to uphold the law.
I don't have a favourable position on the word tradition. I don't know about you.
No.
I mean, I quite like my tradition, like doing my grandma's Sunday roast.
Yeah, nice
hello.
tradition.
But it's become a bit of an excuse.
I've got
Yes.
the whip there, which is what's.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
we're just heading out.
You mentioned about a rider spotting. That's a rider on point there.
Yeah, that was the term I was using. Rider
What does
on
that
point.
mean? What does that mean?
Point. Excuse me. That means that where the area, say there's a wood being hunted, a rider will sit on the corner of the wood so he can watch two sides to see if when the hounds are drawing, which means flushing through, they will be able to watch where the fox comes out and runs to. So they'll be able to give the indication of where the fox has gone.
Okay.
It's like a lookout for foxes. You've got the
There's
hounds
hounds.
coming
There's
out on
the
the
hounds,
left.
yeah.
Right, even.
Lookout, essentially a lookout, yeah.
But you can see in all directions, pretty
well, yeah,
much.
because if you put yourself on one corner, you can, But these are the kind of tactics that we as SABs will use, but we will use them to the reverse effect. So we will go on the corner of a wood, so we can see all the areas of the foxes.
Okay.
There's Huntsman there. So this man in the white. This is the man, isn't it? In the white, on the right hand side, who's just come out.
He's the lead?
He's
Well-
a huntsman.
Right.
He's a professional huntsman, so he's employed. This is a job. Let's not forget. This is an employed role.
Right.
So he's paid by the hunt to do this. So he's actually leaving the end of this season, which is coming up really quickly. He was recently in court about a month ago for hunting a fox.
Yeah.
You've got the clip somewhere. I'm sure you'll show that at some point. A fox was flushed out of a hedgerow and was chased probably 5 metres. The hounds chased it about 5 metres off. Unfortunately, the magistrates, i.e. the law, deemed that acceptable.
Tell me why.
Because they couldn't prove intent. They couldn't prove that he intended to do that. His claim was that hounds were hunting a trail. So when they went in cry, they were on the line of a trail, not the line of a fox. Our evidence says otherwise. It's one of the best examples you'll see of why the law must change, and it must change ASAP.
This is what you were talking about earlier, mate.
So if we do have the footage of exactly what happened. So the incident occurred on the 18th of January 2025. Hopefully it's playing in now, where you can see it there. What you can see is the hunt waiting.
Yeah.
It's just going to restart the clip.
So here we go. We're just watching it now.
There we go. So you can see the sabs are running, and you can see the fox there being chased
There's
by
the
the
fox,
hounds.
absolutely terrified.
Running. That hound got too close for my liking. And all of that activity that goes on. So I've got this, right? This is going to make you mad.
Go on.
Are you ready?
I'm already mad, but
because
go on.
I know, me too. So in the Hunting Act, right, there is this wording. Right, I'm going to read it out to you. The interpretation of the Act means that in terms for hunts to act, it does not include the mere searching of an animal that is yet unidentified. Therefore, an illegal hunt will only begin when a person or persons engage or participates in the pursuit of an identified wild mammal. They would be guilty of an offence under the Act, subject to the facts. So essentially, right, the loophole that this man managed to get away with chasing that poor fox was because they were searching for an unidentified mammal. When they identified it, I mean, that animal was clearly a fox.
That's a fox.
He was close.
That's a fox.
They're allowed to search for it. They're not allowed to chase it.
But they were chasing it. I just saw the hounds.
We saw the hound chasing it
with my own eyes.
Yeah, exactly. How on earth is that in the Hunting Act right now? That is something that needs to be tightened in the Hunting Act.
Yeah.
You can search for it if it's unidentified, but the moment it becomes identified, there is no need to search for an unidentified mammal.
So hang on. So you're
sorry, I'm in my rant
You're
mode.
searching for this unidentified mammal, whatever that means, and then the hounds find it. But there's no calling off those hounds at that point, right? Because they're going to go for it.
It's hard to do. So we're going to go down.
Seatbelts on, people.
I'm hoping we might be able to go in on the footpath here, if you're up for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've done
So
public.
basically, where he's
Yeah.
where he's heading to,
Yeah.
he's heading towards a footpath that sits in the middle of the land.
Excellent. Let's.
We will aim to go down there.
Wonderful. So yeah, essentially, if you're searching for an unidentified mammal, but you're not going to search for an animal if you don't want to do anything with it.
Why would you search for it otherwise? You're not going to look at it.
That really came up in the trial, the searching element, which was, I think, that section of the law. So when the Act went through, that wasn't part of it. And then in 2009 there was a case which basically allowed for the searching then to take place, which enabled them to keep going again. So yeah, like you say, why would you put hounds in and search? You're allowed to search for an unidentified wild mammal, but then you're not allowed to chase it.
Do half the job.
It's once the hounds are on,
they're on. There's no calling them off, right?
Well, you've got to try and get in front of them, and that's something that didn't happen in our court case as well. The whipper-in should have got in front and stopped the hounds. The huntsman should have got in front and stopped the hounds. None of that took place.
And they didn't try.
No, nobody tried. What we got was horn calls to the opposite, which was doubling horn calls, encouraging hounds. And it still failed, and this is the point. It's a great example why the law has to change.
And that's why
I'll keep banging on about it all day long.
Yeah,
but,
please do. It's so important.
No, it's crazy when you look at these sort of acts and the number of loopholes that these hunts could operate within that is allowing fox hunting to continue in 2026. Like, this is not something that is confined to the history books. This is not something that is long forgotten. This is something that is going on all around us. Over 15,000 hunts go out every season.
Yeah, and that ban has been in place for 22 years. And we're 22 years down the line, and it's still happening. It's still happening.
Yeah.
Keep us going all the way down to the footpath, please.
We're going to try and get on foot and see if we can get a better look at them.
Yeah, on the left.
We go past the terrier.
There's the terrier.
Terrier lady.
Oh, we got hounds here. Hold up.
Hounds here.
Hold up. Can we stop, please?
We may have hounds.
We've got hounds coming out here. Okay.
Being filmed from the back, which is always nice.
On channel.
Not our best angle.
No, it's not our best angle. At least let me smile. Oh dear. How are you finding your first hunt so far?
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of? This is really weird. Have you ever seen that movie Twister? You know where they're chasing Twisters?
Yeah, like
it reminds me of Twister. I feel like we're on Twister.
He loves that film.
The first one or the second one? The first one. Amazing.
That's me and my dad. So it's probably one of the first films I ever saw.
Do you feel like you're on Twister?
100%. We're chasing storms.
Yeah.
A little bit of a movie appreciation.
Silver vehicle on channel. Can you spin it, please? He's heading back. He's heading back towards Padgett spinning.
They really are wanting.
Another theme of trying to throw us all off all the time.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
They've just turned around. They're running back on the road.
Oh, okay. So they've gone back.
They don't want this camera on them. Simple.
Well, they can't be enjoying that back and forth, right? So we're really ruining their day.
We're ruining their hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sorry about it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry,
Hashtag.
not sorry. The other thing to mention, if you are watching live and you're watching on social media, we have an amazing team at home. By the way, thank you, team at home.
Yes.
You are phenomenal and doing a great. I mean, I haven't looked at my social media, but I think you did an amazing job last time.
Can we get him to go?
We are incredibly grateful. Sorry, loads of stuff going on. But if you have comments and questions about fox hunting in 2026, about the Cottesmore, questions for the Sabs, perhaps we'll hear a bit more of their personal stories coming later. But any questions you might have, do just let us know, because we're here to answer them.
Now we're being
and they'll be fed to us by the team.
We're purposefully being blocked now on the road. Can't get through. So we're hoping...
Whilst being filmed.
Hello. It's all happening right now.
Nissan foot team, do you copy? Nissan foot team.
Yeah, just sit there. That's fine.
It's all just frustration, isn't it?
Okay.
That was a kid filming us as well.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, they know how to film best, I
They
suppose.
do, actually. They're the filming generation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, we're back. We are back moving.
Spot where he goes in on the road.
We're going to try and find the hunts and the
Yeah.
hounds.
Right.
Okay.
We'll keep it going. I'm just checking social media ads and stuff when stuff comes up.
See him
We've got
Right.
the hunt up front. So they really are trying to lose us this time. This is a completely different attitude than we've had before. If you're joining us just now, welcome to the live stream. We are currently hot on the tail of the Cottesmore hunt.
You know what I like about this, Megan? If they're actively trying to lose us, that means they are not looking for foxes.
No.
They're just trying to get away from us. So are we the hunters in that scenario?
We're hunting the hunters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a turn of the tables, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, they really don't want to be on camera. I mean, last time when we came, there was many more riders to the Cottesmore. I mean, the fact that there are only 9 paying riders this time is, quite frankly, I mean, from their perspective, a bit of an embarrassment.
It's
but
embarrassing.
for us, it's a major win.
Yeah, it's a sign of the times. It's a sign of what the British public want. It's a sign of what the people in the country want, as well as the cities. Here we are.
The young people, and it's more of the paid riders at the back. Yeah.
But also, it's a sign of that they don't want to see themselves. They're so embarrassed by it. They don't want to be on camera, so they don't turn up anymore.
They're fed up with the bad press, I think. And it's worth saying that whilst this is happening here at the Cottesmore, and the Cottesmore numbers have reduced, elsewhere, as we're seeing, numbers are still quite large in certain areas. So here we go, opening a few gates.
Field Master William Bell. So he's in charge of the paying riders on the day.
Right, I see. So he's staying back with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't necessarily the case all across the UK. There's still multiple hunts going out. And some of it, like we were just at the BSV a few weeks ago. I mean, that was a completely different story. There were so many riders and so many hounds. I mean, it was chaotic, to be honest. It was just a lot of them. So, as we've heard as well, when one goes quiet, a neighbouring one might get busier if there's a lot of SAB activity. But,
yeah. But it's good. I'm really glad to be here on my first SAB.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to be here. I feel like we're doing good work and we're putting them off. And I think that's so important, isn't it? The more they're put off, the less they can focus on getting a fox.
I mean, sorry to cut in, but you can see the way that travelling up and down, roads as well with packs of hounds and whatnot. It's the disruption they cause on. I mean, this is a sort of bit of a country lane, but busy main roads as well, A roads. We get it all the time with this hunt. Hounds being left behind. Hounds running unsupervised all on the road. You can see now going in towards oncoming traffic here, it's just havoc all the time. Look at that. They're not even keeping them to one side. They just do what they want, when they want,
Yeah, there's just a level of arrogance that I haven't come across
massively,
in a long time.
Look, so that hound already has been left behind the pack, see?
yeah.
It's...
And you see occasionally, like hounds get hit by cars on roads. They get hit. They sometimes get onto railway tracks, get hit by trains.
Absolutely. I mean, we documented. Was it January? I think we went to the Cottesmore. Didn't go out on a Saturday, so we went to the Fitzwilliam hunt, another neighbouring hunt, and filmed a hound running across the road and getting hit by a car, and smacking up the bumper on the car. So that's caused damage to his car. Is obviously the issue of animals' welfare as well. The hound. They're just not bothered.
Poor dog.
They just don't care because they can just replace them. They just, and that's another thing. They keep breeding these hounds when there's a hopeful ban going to come soon, and they'll keep breeding them.
They keep breeding them, and then one of their arguments is, well, you know, if the proper ban comes through, what are we going to do with all these hounds? They'll be on.
But what they'll do with all them hounds? Let's make it.
Look at those cars. Cars are having to stop. Cars are going quickly round the corner because they obviously don't expect a pack of hounds to be there. You know,
why should they?
Like, it's not normal. See, you know, that many dogs off leads and everything. I mean, not that these dogs are ever on a lead. Dog pooing on the verge as well. I bet they don't pick up after the dog poo.
No,
when they're out for a hunt.
There's no little black bags that they've got in their pocket, a little roll of black bags.
Can't see they clean up after those hounds.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's on the road.
I mean, you know, perhaps a small fry in comparison to what we're doing, but still.
It all adds up.
It all adds up.
Yeah, no one wants to step in.
If they're doing it, I'll talk about it.
Yes.
Pick it up, people.
We've had like lots of SABs and stuff here, big numbers. They have to change their plans. I mean, the biggest one we had here was we had about 90 SABs here, and a SAB was hit by a car. One of their supporters ran her over. What? It's terrible. I mean, you've seen the footage of that. I think we showed that previously. Disgraceful moment.
Talk to me a little bit about exactly what happened with that scenario then, and in terms of the you know, the injury that she sustained.
So it was the opening meet of the hunt, and we, you know, there was a portion of SABs going up a track, and this crazy hunt supporter just decided to drive up the track and just drive straight at this SAB, you know, knocked her for 6. How she potentially could have been killed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just dreadful. I think she got a suspended sentence, I think. Don't fully quote me on that. And after she did that, she went and hid the car in a barn, you know.
Unreal.
Later on in the day, there was more violence that day. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the high-profile incidents here. There's been, obviously, the pony punching.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a second, because I remember that.
That was a big moment, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I woke up and saw that, you know, for the first time, like, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, obviously you see violence towards wildlife, and we know what happens with the hounds, and they don't, you know, these poor horses. I saw something recently, you know, back at the VSV, where they're really aggressively pulling on them. But to see this woman who was part of the hunt, punch her horse, literally punch it, like, that was a big blow.
Can I also just add that she wasn't just part of the hunt; she was part of the Pony Club, which I spoke about earlier. So the early stages, the early indoctrination. That's
she'll
the kind
be
of
around
example
horses and ponies all the time, doing that kind of thing. Presumably, if she's willing to do it in public.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That was a big media storm, and rightly so.
Well, I mean, her name and address got found out. She did lose her job in the end. Yeah, I believe.
Well, I think that's fair.
All sorts of things, and life had been ruined, whatnot. But you know,
then
we
don't
all saw what she
punch
did
a horse
to an innocent animal. Yeah.
To the number of foxes that she's potentially chased, everything like that. I mean, you know, treat your animals with respect.
Again, though, the law. So she got away with that.
Yeah.
So the law again failed.
Yeah.
So we can only, you know, I look at it in sort of stages, like us on the ground documenting the evidence, then providing it to the police. And as to be said, over recent years, the local police forces that we deal with have been positive on various different issues, whether it be violence or hunting offences. They have been positive. Not that hasn't always been the case, I will add, but you know, recently it has been. But then you've got the next hurdle, which is actually getting it a conviction in court. So you sort of take it through all the stages, and then you get let down at the last hurdle. You know. Yeah.
So what did she get? Can you remember?
No, she was not guilty.
She not guilty.
Yeah, not guilty. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not guilty. It was a Crown Court as well, I think it was. But
that is crazy.
It's a lot.
That just emboldens these so-called people to do whatever they want and keep going. You know. I mean, he's spending a lot of time hacking up this road now, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the most uneventful hunt I've ever been on.
Is it?
Yeah.
What they don't want is
disappointed.
You know what they're actually doing. They don't want that caught, do they?
Right.
So you know.
But that's good. The longer we distract them, the longer we keep them busy.
Yeah, so keep watching because you're helping us distract the hunt and stopping them from killing
the
foxes.
The more they worry about us.
The more you watch, the more panicked they're going to get.
Please,
so
please do.
Stick with us. I know we're sat in the back of a car and it's the most active hunt sabbing trip we've ever done. But
in some ways you could argue it's the best because they're not in fields, they're not in woods, they're not hunting at the moment.
Agree.
Yes, they're causing disruption on roads, but they're not hunting wildlife right now because they're being prevented because there's such a presence here.
Oh wow! Yeah, that can only be a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, do you know what? I feel really bad for them all of a sudden. I've actually suddenly got a lot of pity that they're not able to do what they set out to do.
I quite like it because we are doing. Like we're here sabbing them, but we're just sitting in the back of a car, really.
We're having a chat.
So it's quite
we're having a catch up. I haven't seen Amir in a little while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and we always have the best catch ups.
Honestly, the gossip is the tea is strong.
Oh, we love a bit of tea, don't we? We love the tea. We do. We always have a lot to chat about.
So now we're killing two birds with one stone. We are sabbing a hunt and we're catching up, and we're talking to you guys.
Yeah.
So it's
You're in on the tea.
All good. It's all good.
Oh gosh.
And for my first hunt ever, I feel like it's really productive if we're just chasing them around rather than them chasing something else around. That's got to be a good thing, right?
Yeah, well,
that's got to be a good thing.
It is. It's just a bit odd, isn't it? I'm a bit confused by their behaviour, but pleased about it.
All right, pal. See you in a bit. Cheers. Yeah, time will tell. Let's not second guess too quickly. But
we don't want to.
Heading back in the general direction of the kennels, but I'm not going to say that they're packing up.
Oh, they're heading back towards the kennels.
Generally speaking.
Why might they be doing that?
Oh. Are they seriously putting their hands away?
No, I'm not saying they're doing that, but the general direction they're moving is generally back.
Okay.
I mean, wouldn't that be good?
Could you imagine?
How many have we got more subs out than usual?
We've got a big team out today. We've got 14 out today. We generally get 9, 10,
Yeah.
There are more subs than riders.
There's more subs than riders.
I mean, we love that. We love that. We're outnumbering them.
Oh, wow.
It's great.
Well, this is an easy day.
Yeah.
So far.
The summer, last Saturday of the season, in the best way we can, I think, with your help as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, the respect to you guys in the team for what you have to deal with time and time again is massive. I mean, obviously we love coming here to support you and the work that you do, but when we're confronted with the aggression that you have to personally have, and the thing is you're here documenting illegal activity, but they really can go after you in quite a personal way.
Oh God, yeah. There's been lots of personal threats to my home and all sorts of business like that, phone calls, and I know what car you drive, all this kind of business go on. Not just me, other members of the group as well, and other SABs in other groups have had lots of terrible incidents. A friend of mine from another group had petrol poured through her letterbox while she was inside.
Oh wow!
So yeah, they've always done that. They've always targeted people at home, or at very minimum threatened it.
They're such cowards,
but
aren't
we
they?
won't back down, and that's what's great about the subs. Okay.
Right, they've just come in off the road.
Silver vehicle, can you follow, please? Can you follow?
They're having a good sniff in that.
Yeah,
bush.
And they've just picked up the pace a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah, where he's heading towards is there's a footpath in the middle, but let's wait and see. Yeah, and the other SABs are going to follow as well, so let's hop out.
Yeah, yeah. Going out. Or we might just miss him, but.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can see them running across this field here. The
SABs are in pursuit.
So all the SABs have got their own cameras and stuff on, so that they'll document any activity if any animal is chased.
Yeah.
But I mean, the paying riders back here actually. I thought we'd left them a bit far behind. But
they are just there, aren't they? But I don't think they've got much of a plan here. It all seems so chaotic to me.
It seems like they've had to change their plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how much do they ever really have much of a plan other than, I'm here? But
no. So the paint riders are up there. The hunt masters,
and
down
the
here.
whips.
And the sabs are in between both. So it's all happening.
The hounds have just been sent round the edge of that bit of woodland, so we'll see if they pick up on anything. Hopefully not.
No.
So they're not crying or whining or anything at this point.
No, it's all very quiet.
It's very quiet today.
Yeah.
This is quite nice, actually. It's quite a quiet trip.
It's a quiet trip.
Yeah, this is good.
No. Okay, well let's see what comes round there. So there, the paid riders are just going up.
You can see them calling the hounds as well, so calling them around. One hound is left behind as well.
That one's left behind.
Classic. Not bothering about keeping the dogs together, just,
No.
We'll leave one behind. That's crazy, right? The paid riders are joining in.
Okay.
Yeah. Red kite's behind us as well. Again, you've got to take those nice moments of wildlife enjoyment whilst you can find them when you're out doing this job.
Very nice.
Right.
You're right, Ruth. What are you up to today?
She's masked up.
That's all right. So, yeah.
Sorry? On our roll, just checking everything's safe and making sure everyone has a nice day. Yeah, because you'll tend to find with the pro hunt support that they focus on the fact that sabs wear masks, but actually these two ladies here tend to wear masks. So no, we're not really interested in engaging with you.
Well, you're filming us, so you are. You're filming us, so you are.
Filming the activity of the hunt, yeah.
Okay, but you're pointing the camera at us. So.
Filming activities of going on, making sure no illegal activity occurs, yeah.
Whatever you want to say that you're filming, but you're filming us and then you're saying, oh no, don't engage with them. Don't film us then.
What is it thinking why you're masked up?
I was just about to answer it, but you said don't engage. So I was going to get to that point, and you said don't engage.
Okay, fine. Well, if you want to talk or not, we're really not interested. If you'd like to talk. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine.
I'm just confused because you asked me a question, I go to answer it, and then you don't want me to answer
Right,
it.
so I don't know we could do that.
Yeah.
There's no point. It's all right.
We've got another team going.
Definitely gone round the edge of the wood. Go on.
Now as well, so trying to leapfrog all the time and keep in touch. So I suppose we could probably go round as well.
Make comment that sabs are masked up vigilantes, but actually you have these two ladies over here on quad bikes with their faces covered.
Yeah.
Frequently wearing masks.
Do you mind if I just ask you a question? Is that all right? Because last time I was here last year, there was a lot more riders, and now that number seems to have massively decreased.
I think you've just seen, you've seen just the huntsman and the whip and the hound, so you haven't seen, you're not around where the field are you?
Well, yeah, I mean, we've counted them all coming out. We've had a drone in the air, so we were able to see the numbers. I mean, there's massive decline in attendance, isn't there?
It depends what day you're out.
There was 3 last week.
I wasn't here, so I can't.
There was 3.
Can't comment.
There was 3.
Was there?
Yeah. No, I'm just curious because there was. I'm just curious because it's an interesting display, isn't it? I think. There we go. Only 3. Right.
Okay.
Seems to have gone a bit quiet. Should we get back in the car?
Yeah, let's get back in the car and see where they're heading to.
Midweek is no better, so yeah.
Right. Let's go. Classic. I wasn't there. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
There were 3. I asked her. There seems to be a lot less here than when I was here last year. She was like, "Wow, you're not here every day." And I was like, "Well, there was only 3 last week."
But we are. We're here.
You're here every day. We had a drone up in the air.
That's right. We're here every day.
Yeah, but we're not here every day, so we don't see the numbers.
No.
There were 3 last week.
Did they get permission to go over all this land?
Straight on.
Do they have the permission for this land?
I couldn't honestly answer that if they have or not.
Right, okay.
But that's another thing. Hunts rely on.
But generally in this area, does there, or
I wouldn't be able to tell you that whether they've got
permissions. It can be quite hard to say whether there's permissions or not because sometimes
it's difficult. Isn't it?
we had a case with the BSV where they did trespass on a farmer's land and they caused damage to his property, and he complained. And
that's the level of intimidation these people operate
they'll
at.
actively damage personal property and everything like that.
What gives them that power?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I know. It's the amount of violence. They just will do anything to keep people quiet. And you trespass on people's land. There was a case, a couple of years back where a fox hunt went into a cattery, and the hounds in a cattery killed so many of those cats.
And what happened then?
It went through the court system. I'd have to have a double check on exactly what it was. But yeah, very little. But the poor people that are caring for all of these cats, the poor cats themselves, they're in a cattery. Some are being rescued, some are being just housed there. It's just devastating.
There's so many levels of.
Might see something from here.
Right, we might have something.
Yeah, we've got the subs in the field.
Yeah,
you
we can
see.
definitely see them.
Can you still hear me? What have we got then?
Supporters are looking to the left.
Let's see.
And there are sabs down in the field behind that
tree. We can definitely see them.
Lovely little sparrow.
So he's there where it says Whistendine Brook. Okay, and there's a small...
We're just trying to get a location of which way he's heading.
Okay.
And then we'll let you know. Not really move very much at the moment.
Okay, so there's a small cover just by Pears Lodge Farm, isn't there?
Yeah.
So is he around that, yeah?
It looks like he might be coming back towards us, so he might be coming that way.
Okay, just keep on him for a minute then, yeah?
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, cheers.
Right, what's happening, Luke?
So he's gone into the middle and then it looks like he's stopped. And then he might be heading back to where he's just gone in.
Okay. It's a lot of loop-de-loops.
Yeah, it's all trying to throw us off and disrupt this. That's what it is.
Yeah, but in doing so, they're disrupting themselves, right? So it doesn't matter how much we're disrupted, really.
And the whole time this is going on, we've got 2 teams of sabs, one in the field and one trying to get ahead constantly. So, yeah.
Not a good day. If I was a paying rider, right? If I had that sort of mentality, no, I'm not saying, I'm very happy not to have that mentality.
We would never do it, but
if I was a paying rider, right, I'm going to pay like $3,000 to belong to this hunt, right? Got my horses, I've put the effort to get the horses out, saddle them up, sit on them, right? I'd be pretty annoyed. I'm not sure I'd come back.
I'd be so annoyed. And maybe that is why those numbers are... Because these people might not come back the next time. So the numbers go down and down and down
Which is
time.
the aim,
Yeah.
It's important to have these kind of conversations. And I think these kind of things are so... in our eyes, so incredibly black and white, and law should be upholded, and law should best reflect the state of the planet, but also modern attitudes to when it comes to protecting wildlife, and that tolerance and that care for our countryside, for the animals that we're lucky enough, to share our home with. We've got to breed that sort of attitude, not... I'm going to wear a red coat, run around the countryside like I own it and tear everything apart.
And everything that gets in my way, regardless if it's my property or not. And it's that level of just crazy to me that they think they can get away with that. And they do get away with it. But yes, let's hope these people are not having a good day today and they don't come back next time.
Should we get out?
Yeah,
we get out here. I think let's just get... If we're going to sit here for a minute, we may as well get out.
Yeah.
There's a few hunt supporters around. So we'll just...
Some of them might want to be spoken to. You never know. They might want to
Are we allowed to speak to them?
their opinion.
Yeah. Well, if they come up and chat.
Yeah.
We can, but we can always go over a few more stats if we want.
Yes, let's do some stats.
I've got my booklet of information.
Okay. I feel like I need a booklet of information.
You like my booklet? You can run
it's more of a leaflet.
Wow. Look at what you said. You said I haven't got enough facts.
No, there's a lot of facts. There's a lot of facts. Let's go through them.
There's too much wind going on. Right. Now, this is in the 2022-23 season. Data shows that 78 different hunts were reportedly involved in chasing and killing foxes. The master of the Foxhounds Association, which oversees the governance of foxhound packs, said it had registered 170 registered hunts during that season. So 46% of hunts had been seen chasing or killing foxes.
That's almost half. So there's a 50-50% chance, pretty much, that a hunt that you see is likely to be chasing a fox, according to that statistic.
It's shocking, isn't it? It's absolutely shocking. It's not just Cottesmore, of course, that are pretty bad. The Warwickshire hunt killed 39 chased 39 foxes, 1 fox killed in 2024. Blackmore and Spartford Vale hunt, 30 foxes chased, 4 foxes killed. Beaufort hunt, 12 foxes chased, 2 killed. South Dorset hunt, 11 chased, 2 killed. Exford hunt, 10 chased, 2 killed. Right, back in the car now.
That's a lot of foxes chased.
Yeah.
And killed.
It's a lot.
I'm going to steal your leaflet.
My booklet.
Booklet.
My booklet. Thank you very much.
Straight, yeah.
Right, so what's going on?
There's 2 teams of subs out there, and they've both got eyes on him. Hang on.
Oh, new information.
Info coming through.
Yeah, he's heading towards Pears.
Let's have a look.
He's put hounds into an area of long grass, they said.
Okay.
So if you can get us around there ASAP now. Sorry, to answer your question.
That's okay.
Yeah, there's 2 teams of subs in there. They've both got eyes on him. They're either side of him, keeping him in check. Sounds like he's putting some hounds in an area of long grass, though.
Okay.
So we'll head round and try and get as close as we can.
Areas of long grass, I mean, yeah, they're then searching, aren't they, for something?
Yeah, there could be wildlife in there, asleep and sort of
Yeah,
lay
there could
up.
be all sorts in there.
I mean, this is the time of this time of day as well that foxes are trying to get some rest, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm going to see. Would you mind finding some questions on the live stream? Thank you. So if you have any questions for us about what we're up to today, the Cottesmore Hunt, following one of the last meets of the season, certainly the last Saturday meet of their season. They might be meeting a weekday this week.
There is 2, yeah.
No, you're in the right one.
Yeah, I'm in the right one.
There's 2 connectors on the seatbelt.
Oh, does one need to be up there? Oh, okay, let me have a look then.
All right. So we are, really close to the end of the season. So we are counting down the days till that is over, really.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, gives the subs a bit of a break. They might be able to enjoy a weekend off.
Yeah, have a weekend off.
It's on anyway. I'm in the right one, it's on.
Yeah, but if you have got any questions for us, honestly, put them up and Megan will answer them for you.
I'll do my very, very best. Cheeky. This one, honestly. Oh dear. See how we're going. Yeah, so we are the Cottesmore Hunt, which is kind of Midlands.
Kind of like the Rutland area.
Rutland area.
It's very nice, I must say. It's my first time here.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's a lovely place.
If you're a birder, perhaps, and you loved coming to Global Bird Fair, that's roughly where we are.
Yes.
We're sort of by Rutland Water, yeah, exactly. So if you're into wildlife and you come up to Bird Fair every year, then you probably know this area a little bit, drive through it. Very picturesque in many ways, the little villages.
It is, yeah.
It's, beautiful old stone buildings, classic English countryside, and with a horrible historic relic running through the middle of it.
And the people of the country, it's worth saying this time and time again, overwhelmingly do not want fox hunting near their homes.
No. We've got one of the horse trailers here, so that'll be belonging to one of them, with our second horse in it, so that horse will be taken out a little bit later on. It's currently just waiting.
So it's just kept in a metal box.
Kept in the trailer
hours.
Until it's ready to go, until the first horse gets tired and they want to switch them out.
No. Any more questions coming through?
Loads and loads of support.
Oh!
Thanks, guys. Big love.
Particularly yourself, Amir. Everyone's really excited to see you.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's my first one. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm here with the experts, and I'm loving it.
You're doing it great. He is an absolute icon. We've got some Facebook going on as well.
Hello.
How many tenant farmers are under instructions by rich landowners to allow hunts on their land? Hard to say exactly where permissions are given, because all of those communications will be private between the landowners and the hunt, and they won't, because if they tell us that and they make that information public, everyone will know when they're trespassing, and they do trespass a lot, but they also do have permissions from some areas, so it's hard to say. Why does this still happen in this day and age?
That's the question we all need to ask, and it's because the law is not strong enough.
Yeah.
The loopholes are very clear and easy to get through, so they know they can get away with it, and that is the real reason it's still happening.
It's crazy, really. We've got some more hunt supporters. It means that we're
we've
in the right
located him up
direction.
just about 3 fields up there at a place called Pears Lodge Farm. So Sabs have located him, so we'll head up and try and get a better visual.
And there's a lady here just on her, afternoon Saturday run. Imagine you're just going out enjoying your day. I mean, we had this last time when we had members of the community that were driving past, and they saw where we were, and they actually drove down to be like, we live here, and we are intimidated and tired of like living around this hunt. And they stopped in the middle of where the hunt came out, and the hunt supporters were like hurling abuse at them.
Wow!
So it just goes to show like there is such an appetite within these communities that they don't want these hunts here anymore because of the amount of intimidation that they give.
A question.
Go on.
Well, firstly, a lovely comment. It's lovely to see Dr. Khan. He's a representation of us viewers, enthusiastic, wanting to do more, learn more, and educate and help in any way.
Thank you, thank you.
And a question: are they still digging fox dens to get them out for the dogs to catch?
That can happen occasionally. There is evidence that does continue. So if a fox goes to den, sometimes that's when the terrier men, that will have the I call them go-karts all the time, but the quad bikes with the boxes on front. Sometimes a little terrier will be in there. So if a fox does go to den, coming out on the road, they'll let the terrier out, and it will be able to locate the fox under the earth. But yeah, I mean that does happen.
And then
sadly, occasionally
they flush that fox
they flush
out.
it out.
Is that
Send the hound in, get it done. So
horrendous.
it does happen. Yeah, we've got eyes on the hunt again. They're up ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Cut through a few fields.
Yes, I can see them.
So yeah, if the fox does go to earth, that can still happen. But they're
mate, we're following right in behind.
very cautious about that.
So black vehicle, can you come down and pick your team up at Pears Lodge Farm, please? Hunt support now.
So this is hunt support. So we've got.
Is this hunt support?
Is this hunt support?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So we've got hunt support that is driving very slow in front of us on purpose to slow us down. They try and make our life as a bit annoying, but they can't block the road. I mean that is would be a community nuisance. So they just drive incredibly slowly.
I don't think they care about any of that stuff. Do they?
They're just trying to wind us
There
up.
could be just people behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is there a season if they call it trail hunting?
Why is there a season if they call it trail hunting? That is a very, very good question. I mean, of course, when the thing is they're not trail hunting. This is the thing. That's the key issue. There is a season because what they're doing is still illegal. And of course, at this time of year, the vixens, they will be mated.
Okay, just be quick.
They're off their horse. We're going to be really quick. Get out. Yeah, get out quick. Go. Speedy.
What's happening next? What's happening?
So they're off the horse. They're just going to try and go into that field. So we try and be quick.
Okay, let's go.
Run a minute. Right, let's get into it.
So they're just crossing over the road there.
Oh, they're bolting off as fast as they can. There's a hound on the road there. Let's see what's going on. So you've got all the hounds in this field.
Yeah, there they are.
They're just riding off this way. They really don't want to be on camera, do they? You can see that.
But again, they're quiet.
It's really bad.
They're not while they're running away from us, they're not chasing a fox. And we've got to just keep on their tails.
Yeah, as best we possibly can. Something about being on the road. So we've got some more riders on their way as well.
These are the paid riders.
We'll have to get the van out the way, but the paid riders are coming in. So typically, again, if you're new to this, you've got the hunt masters and the whip that will head up first. They head up the hunt first. So they're ahead with the hounds, and you've got the paid riders that are coming down now. These are people that have paid potentially thousands to come out for the day.
It's like the worst day out ever.
Isn't it just?
Yeah, like ever.
It's quite bad, isn't it? But they get enjoyment from chasing wildlife through the countryside. Here they go. Gonna go try and find a fox. Have a terrible, terrible time.
Really bad.
Look at that. It's such a shame, isn't it? These are people that enjoy tearing wildlife apart.
This morning, Edmund Robb and his wife Alice both hosted the hunt this morning.
They enjoy chasing animals through the countryside, petrified for their own pleasure.
And they've got such smug smiles on their faces.
It's absolutely despicable. It makes me so sad and sick to my stomach that this is allowed to continue in 2026. These people that think they have the right to own the countryside go out and destroy wildlife that people work so hard to conserve. It's an insult to Britain. It's an insult to everything that we should be trying to achieve in today's day and age. They are stuck in the past.
Does not belong to them.
Countryside does not belong to them.
No.
They are stuck in the past.
They really
so
are.
entitled.
Honestly, if you saw their faces, they came round there. They were so smug, so proud of what they were doing. There was just no remorse.
No, they don't care. They have no shame for what they're doing.
No.
You know, before last time when we were out with the BSV, and this is really horrible, Mayor. So they had killed a fox that previous Tuesday, and we were out on the Saturday, and one of the team. When the camera wasn't on show, we've got some more riders coming in.
But there's
with a kid, more riders coming in. So one of the team, when the camera wasn't there, went and said, "Oh, you know, did you have to go and get your suit dry cleaned from when you had that dead fox wrapped up?" And he went, "Oh no, I had to get it pressure washed to get the blood out."
You're joking.
So that's the kind of arrogance that these people have in terms of getting blood out of their coats. Hello.
This is the secretary of the hunt here, Claire Bell.
Hello, Claire. I'm Megan.
Hi. Hi, Amir.
If you would like to have a completely balanced view of what's going on, you'd be very welcome to come down to the kennels, have a tour of the kennels, meet the people, meet the hounds.
I've met a few hounds. They're lovely dogs. It's not the hounds' fault. But I've also seen you go out in the countryside ripping foxes apart. So I don't particularly really want to go and, you know...
You haven't actually, but, you know...
Well, I have.
The rhetoric they spin, but
Well, I have seen it.
well,
I've seen...
Not with us, you haven't.
Wow, I've seen the videos of you doing that. I certainly have.
No, not with Portsmouth.
I certainly have.
What about the banner that was held outside the meet this morning of me holding a fox that
He had a fox in his hands.
Yeah.
And you want to deny?
Let's not make lies.
So,
What about the deer last week? That was torn apart.
Deer last week torn apart.
All I'm saying to you is, I'm not getting into...
No, I understand.
Because the truth's coming out, Claire, isn't it?
It's just
The truth is coming out.
I understand. I'm not going to shout, but I don't feel like it is a balanced argument because you want to go out chasing wildlife throughout the countryside. There is evidence of deer. I've seen it myself, the foxes.
All I can say is we don't chase deer. We don't chase deer.
You do.
We've been laying trails all morning.
You do, and you know you do.
But dare I say it?
Your hounds were caught on the drone by me chasing a deer. So I can tell you that first.
You do.
All I was trying to do was give you an invitation to come to the kennels without getting any abuse from the people who have been abusing me for the last...
Well, the only abuse that I've ever received are from the hunts themselves.
Same.
So
I'm not giving you any abuse.
No,
All
you're
I was
not.
doing was giving
You're
you
not.
A very, very genuine, very honest invitation to come and have a look and come and see.
And whilst
whilst
I appreciate the sentiment, based on what I've seen and the evidence that I've, gathered, I will refuse that. But,
there's the offer.
I've seen hounds strung up by their feet
all sorts of
in
stuff.
farm.
Make sure you follow a trail today, yeah?
The whole of the UK have seen what you lot get up to, Miss Bell.
Well, there we go.
The hired violence and the wildlife that you chase and kill.
I think what's really surprising is just her attitude there, how blasé she is. And we've got the evidence, and yet she's just standing there saying it hasn't happened when we've seen it with our own eyes.
Deer being chased apart, Can we have a quick chat? Because she's just come up and, she's obviously trying to very politely in her little moment invite me along. Obviously, that is going to be point blank refused. You have seen what they've been up to. So tell us exactly what you've seen with your own eyes.
I've seen a whole host of things, and it's not even just the chasing of the wildlife, the innocent wildlife. I've seen horses with cuts on their legs, lame horses covered in sweat that have been beasted around all day. I've seen hounds cut, strung up in barbed wire. I've had to rescue muntjac deer that's run in terror, strung up in wire fencing. I've seen foxes chased to the point of exhaustion. 2 weeks ago, I witnessed a pack of hounds tearing apart what we later saw was a muntjac deer. I mean, these people are criminals. And the audacity is these people try and vilify us. We're called masked vigilantes. I don't have a mask on. I'm more than happy for my identity to be out there because I've got nothing to hide. People like that speak, they try and speak politely. They try and discredit us when actually they are criminals, and there is no two ways about it. I've seen it with my very eyes, and this just needs to end for good. And I will be out every single Saturday, any spare moment I can, in order to stop it.
But that's all power to you, because to see something like that, I mean, to see animals trapped up in barbed wire, to see the exhaustion, to see the brutality of what these people are doing, that they are adamant that, no, sorry, you saw that with your own eyes, no, that wasn't us, which is just an arrogance. I mean, because they know they can get away with it with the law, you know, it's ridiculous. But it keeps you come back, you put yourself in that scenario time and time again.
Absolutely. And I mean, they generally like to wheel out exactly the same sort of things. You know, we don't have a job, we claim benefits. I mean, that's absolutely fine, but I have a really good job. I do this on my day off. I'm incredibly passionate about it, and I come back every single week. I have abuse held at me. That's fine. My sole focus.
Well, it's not fine. It's not fine. Fox has been spotted. All right.
But no, it's not fine. But it's.
Oh, we're going to turn around. I mean, okay. Turn around this way. Okay, so.
Any visual on it? Yeah, the Sabs in the field.
Sabs in the field have seen a fox. Okay, so we've got visual on it. Oh yeah, we've got hair running through the field now.
Yeah, more scared animals.
So. Why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep putting yourself in that position?
Just because I cannot rest, I cannot sleep at night knowing that wildlife is being murdered and tortured and the way it is. It just I can't in good faith do that.
Simple as that, absolutely. All power to you guys. Honestly, the amount of respect I've got for every single Sab across the UK, the North Hunt Sabs that we're here with today, but absolutely every single one that comes out in the winter, in the rain, in the cold.
Yeah, the passion behind it is just so admirable. So we've seen a fox. Is that what's
we've
happening
seen a fox.
now?
So some of the Sabs that are keeping up with the hunt have got eyes on a fox, which is the last thing you want to hear, really.
Yeah.
But we're just going to see if we can get close to keep an eye on what's going on.
Okay.
But how did you feel about that? Because that was your first interaction.
Yeah. Well, I didn't interact too much because. Well, I think it's just so incredibly arrogant to know that, you know, we have seen all the evidence and then to point blank just gaslight us like that and say, well, no, that's not true, and what you've seen didn't happen. We've seen the videos, they've been to court, you know, but it's just point blank denying it. But the arrogance that goes along with the denials is just madness.
And, you know, I'm always really happy to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I think conversations are good. I think we can often be too polarised. What have you got on the left?
Field riders, sir.
Field riders.
Okay, well, this is in around the area the Sabs in the field have spotted a fox.
Okay, so right on the left-hand side through here is where the fox is, and that's where the paid riders are. We're going to stop.
These Sabs, see what they've seen.
Yeah, that's all.
And we've got some hunt supporters as well. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, it's like you say, I'm happy to have a conversation with them, but it has to be a conversation based on evidence and facts.
Yeah, if you're denying what I've seen with my own eyes, then we're going to have an issue.
That's it.
Right.
She's openly saying that no wildlife's being killed and chased by this hunt.
We know that's true.
You're showing it slaughtered.
Hello, guys. So we've seen a fox, have we?
We think so, yeah.
Yeah. What did you see?
It's quite far away, so unfortunately, luckily for the fox, it sort of bypassed where the hunt were going, but we did spray anyway, just to make sure, in case they doubled back.
So when you say you spray, tell us exactly.
Oh, so it's just a citronella spray, so it's a strong spray which covers the scent of the fox, so that hopefully the hounds won't pick up that fox's scent.
Trying to cover and distract and basically lay a different kind of trail.
Absolutely.
Probably the first one of the day.
I agree.
Probably.
I think from what we've seen today, definitely the first one of the day.
Yeah, they don't seem to be following any sort of trail that would make sense for anyone to have made before. But you can see the riders moving off there.
Which direction did the fox go in?
So luckily it's gone the opposite
the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, fabulous.
Fox has gone the opposite way, so that's a positive.
What's that?
Yeah. So we had some hunt supporters behind us.
Oh.
So can I ask you about that? Is that all right? So you just said that the hunt supporters that were just in the car right behind us, they have been historically seen out with a bird of prey.
Yes, yeah. So that's just a loophole that they use basically to say that they can hunt for foxes if they're out. But I don't know if there was a bird of prey around there or not. But they haven't been doing that for a while now. So. They've just been driving around.
That's news to me. What do they do with this bird of prey?
Well, they haven't been. I've never seen the bird of prey actually out, and they've been driving around for quite a few years with this bird of prey. But it is a loophole that they can use. I don't know why, but for some reason, there's lots of different loopholes in the law.
And what's this particular loophole?
This is about if you see a fox, you can let a bird of prey out onto it.
Right.
I have no idea why. I don't know why that happens, but we haven't actually seen that ever happen.
And this abuse they hurl at you, I just heard some of it there.
Yes,
how does that make you feel?
I mean, I've had a lot of it for years now. So I've been doing this for about 4 years. So you kind of get a thick skin, really, because I mean they call you lots of different names, and we're the ones that were trying to protect animals.
Yeah,
I don't think we're doing actually anything wrong.
Yeah.
But they seem to think we're the weirdos.
No. And that's got to change. It's got to change sides, right? They are the weirdos. They are the ones breaking the law. Yeah. You are the one here supporting the wildlife. You are doing the work that the British public want you to do.
Yeah, and I don't really see what they get out of it as a supporter. They're literally just driving around. They can barely see anything. They can just maybe see the flash of a hound or some riders in the distance, but I don't really know what they're getting out of it. No. So I think they do basically yelling abuse at us, really. They're quite violent. We've had so much violence in the past. He's been violent with us as well previously.
What kind of violence?
I've had my finger broken beforehand. We've been put into cattle grids. We've been thrown into bushes, all sorts of things. Wow. And they don't care if you're women. They really don't care. No. So they'll just continue on.
So men will do that to you?
Oh yeah, loads of men. There's only really a few women that go out with a hunt that are violent. Yeah. But they'll be verbally abusive with you as well, obviously. But yeah, they don't care that you're a woman. They'll throw you all around. We've got so much footage on our pages of all that happening, unfortunately.
That completely baffles me.
Yeah, it is bizarre. It's very bizarre. Just because they want to hunt a wild animal, it's absolutely bizarre, and they want to see it being ripped to shreds by their hounds.
It's just so commendable that you still come out despite all of that.
Thank you.
How did your finger get broken?
We were going over, trying to get over a gate, and there was a terrier man on the other side, and he basically hit my finger with the fist. So, yeah,
the fist.
Yeah, with his fist, he kind of whacked like that on my finger. So it's always going to be crooked now, basically. So yeah, he's gone to another hunt now, but he was in another one who was particularly violent, who did kind of lots of violent things and liked to shove people around and punch people.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. But
what a brave man, eh? Now. Yeah, beating up a woman. It's just crazy.
And a very small one at that. So they don't care.
No, it's despicable.
Yeah, they're just. We've had a lot of that violence, but thankfully it hasn't really happened this season as much. There's been a little bit. We've had kind of a few threats just when a few subs have been out. Even the farmers get involved, which is really sad, and they say, we're nothing to do with the hunt, but then they know some of our subs' names. Right. So it's obviously obvious that they
gets around,
that they know. Yeah, unfortunately, it's very sad to see kind of farmers and people that are obviously trying to protect their own wildlife and their own fields and land be on the side of the hunt. It's really sad to see as well, because we know that the majority of people don't support hunting.
Yeah. Right, we're going to get back in the car because I think they're moving at fast pace. But yeah, thank you. We'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll follow you. It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, really bad. It's just violent on every level.
Yeah. The human kind of issue.
No. Yeah. I didn't realise there was one to our right. So we're going towards Ashwell Court on that orange road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, follow the silver car, yeah.
I mean, Amir, you're a doctor, right?
Yeah.
You see all kinds of injuries and accidents and things all the time. But, like to have someone come into your surgery and be like, oh yeah, I had my hand broken, I was rammed into, a cattle grid or a fence by a horse and a ride. I mean,
that'd be shocking to me. That level of violence, that's assault, right? So the police should be there. That should be charged as an offence. That's what that is. And for it to happen so casually and so brazenly as well is beyond me. And if someone wants to come in with those kind of injuries, any time someone comes in who has been assaulted, to me, I do encourage them to tell the police. I do encourage them to press charges against that person.
Absolutely.
Because that's what needs to be done to stop it from happening again.
Yeah. To hold people account, and especially when it comes with issues like this, because holding people account in that way, means that you're able to kind of really help stop the hunt. The more convictions that these people can get, and this is the funny thing, a lot of these people do have convictions for violence in various different places. Yeah. Oh, we've got a lot more hunt supporters. We've got some riders up in front as well.
Okay.
They're very split up though. They're more split than I've ever seen them before.
She was waving her hand then, maybe trying to get us slowed down. Trying to slow us all up on them.
Yes, yeah.
We'll
Keep going straight. Keep going straight.
Here's our friend.
Keep going straight.
So Claire Bell, she's a secretary of the hunt, has been since 2003. So her role is anyone who wants to come out with the hunt, whatever, sorting out dates and
including me apparently.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
you've got an invitation.
I got an invite. Oh, wow.
Yeah, because what they do is invite you down there. Let's say next Friday when it's all staged and all lovely and all the rest of it. If you turn up there unannounced, you might find bloody huntsman shooting of hounds or something. You don't know what you find.
Well,
because this is what goes on inside these kennels. When these hounds are done for at the end of the season, the older ones, they're going to be shot. Simple as that. And when cubbing starts in end of August, early September, any of those new hounds that are entered into the pack, if they're not doing their job and they're not hunting and keeping up with the pack, they'll be shot as well. So the old ones and the young ones. There's no nice retirement home here. They get shot in the head. We've all seen it.
It's ironic then, isn't it, that their argument against a tighter ban is, oh no, we'd have to kill our dogs, but they're shooting them in the head already.
Every single season, their hounds are killed at the end of the season, and like I say, if they're not doing their job during the cubbing season, they're no good to us. We'll get rid of them. So. Yeah, they're doing it anyway.
If loving foxes, doesn't get you rattled up enough on this topic, we are a nation that loves our pets. We love our dogs, we love our cats, we love wildlife, we love everything. Like, my dogs are my world. I would do anything for them. There's a handful of dogs in my life that I just honestly would do anything for. When the time comes, I would trade places with them. I really would. But then there are people that they see these hounds all the time. They see how they just dump food into the where they're kept, into these horrible looking sheds. But how can you not get an emotional relationship with them? How can you then lift a gun to their head and go bang? In what possible world could you do that?
No, and dogs are part of your family, right? They're an extra family member. It's the same with my cat, and you hear about these hunts ripping cats apart as well if they get in the way. I would go mental if that was my cat.
Oh my gosh!
There they are. There they are.
Up on the front, up in that little patch of woodland up there. Now we do have an ask for you. The government have promised that what they're going to do is do a tighter look at the 2004 hunting ban and make it tight and get rid of trail hunting. That was a promise that they did make. Now the world is a frightening place at the moment with a lot going on. However, we must make sure that our politicians stick to the promises that they give us. We elect them to represent us. We elect them to be our voice. So what you can do is please write your MP. There is a link up on the screen shortly, or potentially now, where you can click that and it goes onto this website. There's an automated email that you can have if you want it. You can write your own as well. Please use your voice. It's the most powerful tool you will ever have to stand up, be bold, and use your voice for the power of foxes, for the power of the good, power of the countryside. So stand up, use that voice, write to your MP, ask for tighter restrictions on the hunting ban. Perhaps maybe we could close the loophole where it is allowed to search for an unidentified mammal but not allowed to chase. It's illegal to chase but legal to search. Doesn't make any sense. We need to close that loophole. We need to close this smokescreen of a travesty, of an absolute insult, and do better. So please write to your MP. It would make the world a difference. It would mean these Sabs get a weekend off. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that alone is worth it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I want that for them. They've been working really hard. Write to your MP, please. Yeah. Thank you.
Luke, what's going on now? What are we doing?
So the hunt have just gone in to the left of that sort of long grass there. So the Sabs you can see are going in to investigate.
Can we get out here? There's a few supporters.
Yeah, if you would like.
Yeah, let's get out. Why not? It's better to be outside. Exit on the left.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh dear. He's terrible. So what have we got going on? So we've got the Sabs going in a little bit. The riders are in this wood.
Yeah.
So we're just going to wait and see what happens. We've got some Hunt supporters out.
It's all very baffling, isn't it?
It is baffling. Yeah, well, it's your first time.
It's my first time.
And you're baffled.
I'm baffled by the support. I'm baffled by the need to do this. Just the whole thing is really puzzling to me.
Oh, it's hard to understand why you would want to do this, isn't it? I think that's the key.
No. And we're here to shine a light on it, but we're not here to enjoy it. And that's the thing that's really odd to me.
No. I mean, we're trying to highlight this smokescreen, which they themselves have admitted, this massive loophole in the law where foxes are still being torn apart in British countryside. And not just the foxes, it's the impact on all sorts of wildlife. We've seen, deer displaced, running, frightened. We've seen hare today.
Just today
we've seen good 6 or 7 hare running around. The birds that take flight. I mean, it's disruption all across the board, as well as insults, and a bit of an aggression. It's all right. It's a bit of confrontation always between the Hunt supporters and the Sabs. Ultimately Sabs are just trying to highlight the illegal atrocities that go on here. And unfortunately,
Is that your new one, is it? Who's your date?
It's never ending, the amount of abuse that's kind of hurled and everything. For just trying to document an illegal activity.
That's all we're doing. It's all we're doing.
There we go. We've got lots of birds just being flushed up there as well from the wood. I don't know. It's really hard. It's a hard thing to watch. But although it's very quiet today, I can't get over how quiet it is, which is nice in a way. But yeah. So, Amir, have you got my booklet? Oh, well, as it's a quiet moment, let's go through a few facts, shall we? I know how much everybody loves a fact. I've got a few off the top of my head. Oh, we've got some riders coming around. Yeah. Coming around on the left, up towards us. Now, in the 2022-2023 season, 5,180 hunts went into the countryside, and you'd probably be really surprised at the density of hunts that are active. 46% of all registered hunts were known to actively chase or kill a fox in that time, which is a massive percentage. So it is quite shocking that this goes on at the scale of what it does. Of course, we're coming to the end of the season now, and if you've just joined us, I was talking earlier that when I was here last year at the Cottesmore, hare being running away, frightened. When I was here last year, there were so many more riders, and now I think there are 9 paying day riders. It's massively decreased. There were only 3 paying riders the other day, so the numbers of support for this hunt is definitely declining, which is a positive to see. More Sabs than riders at the moment. That is true. Look at that hare running across, darting really fast. Look at that poor thing. All of these different types of animals which are displaced. This is a time of year, of course. Yes, spring is starting to come, and I can't wait. The daffodils, the skylarks have been singing today. That's been really nice. But at the end of the day, these are animals which are trying to, about to start thinking about breeding. And when they have to run all that energy expenditure that they have to go through. Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing? Why is that funny? Can I ask why that's funny? Just curiosity. I don't know why that's funny, because those animals were just running. Is that all you got to say? No, I'm happy to chat. I'm very happy to chat. If you're just going to laugh at me when I'm talking about hares having clearly just running.
This is the mentality of them, see?
There we go. That's all right. They've got nothing to say, and that's fine, isn't it? I'll carry on chatting then, shall I? Right, the riders are going back into the woods now. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Right, they're heading down. Should we get in the vehicle?
Yeah,
on,
you were describing beautiful nature and the impact on it.
I mentioned skylarks and they started giggling.
Yeah, it just shows their lack of appreciation. They say they represent the British countryside,
They
but
don't.
you were describing the British countryside, and they were just laughing at it.
Yeah.
No.
There's a complete disconnect, and also just they don't really understand that more hairs as well coming across.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Look at those hairs. There's 3 of them now. Phapes, can you get on that? Look at that. 3 hairs starting really quickly. Those poor animals. You know, and this is a sensitive time of year for them. They're going to be getting on with breeding. And now they're being forced to run through a field, wasting all of their energy.
Yeah.
And apparently that's really funny. Apparently that's entertaining. But again, it's just all this patronising behaviour that tries, you know... Anyway, whatever. I'll rant on about it in the car.
Let's keep going.
Let's power on through. There we go.
They couldn't really answer what was so funny though
No.
when you
Well,
challenged them on
I don't
it.
think they expected me to turn around and be like, okay,
No.
talk to me then. If you think that's funny,
Yeah.
happy to chat.
Happy to have
Do you know
a
what?
normal conversation. Let's just talk about why you're laughing about
Yeah,
this.
why are you laughing? We're talking about skylarks and hairs running. Silly people. But it's, again, that pompous attitude, isn't it? And that arrogance of like, oh, I'm going to laugh because it will make them feel like they don't know what they're talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
You know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
Expert.
I wouldn't go that far. But, you know, I've grown up in the countryside. Like, this is my home as much as it is theirs. And I'm not saying that they need to be excluded from the countryside. What I'm saying is that they need to, you know, learn, educate themselves better. Maybe tap into their empathy.
Yes.
Maybe tap into, you know, that nature connection a little bit more to understand the value of these animals and understand, you know, that, you know, as a mesopredator... Oh, we've got
Take us to the
some
footpath,
stuff going on.
please.
As a mesopredator, whilst they are controlled in more ethical terms,
Footpath down on this
running
road,
and
please.
chasing through the countryside and ripping them apart is not okay.
No.
Regardless if they needed to be ethically controlled, in some cases, they shouldn't be completely chased and torn apart. Because, you know, right, the average chase time of a hunt,
No, I've no idea. Tell me.
I mean, obviously it can depend, but it can go up to like half an hour
Wow.
that a fox can be in pursuit.
No, that's crazy.
So,
Imagine just like
running
for your life for that length of time. Absolutely terrified. No, like nowhere to go, and just darting from
Yeah.
wherever you can. Really,
You go to
It's just
ground.
beggars belief.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Got some stuff happening. We've got the quad with the women that were masked up from earlier. Have we got any questions coming in
Yep.
at all?
How's it looking?
Do send
Indy?
in your questions.
Footpath here.
Why the landowners allow access to their land?
Why do landowners allow access to land? Well, some of them don't. So sometimes the hunt is known for trespassing.
Let's go in, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go in a bit.
We can go in here?
There's a public footpath.
Let's go. And so sometimes they do trespass, but I mean, sometimes landowners will, unfortunately, you know, land is passed down through generations and generations, and there is a historical kind of relationship sometimes between landowners and these sort of hunts. So unfortunately, there is a correlation. Right, we can go in here. So can we just get a look at this sign here? Nesting birds, right? Keep dogs on a lead. The birds will be nesting soon. Not quite yet. It is March.
Yeah,
it is March,
yeah,
actually.
they are
Nesting season
nesting.
started.
Yeah.
There we go. So are these hounds going to be on a lead? I don't think so.
No, absolutely not.
We're good.
Just to be clear, this is a public footpath.
Yeah.
Yep, we're just walking down a public footpath now. We can see if we can get a closer look at what they're doing.
Got some of the hunt supporters on the road. Got another hare on the right hand side in the field. Everything going on.
So there could be ground nesting birds all around here.
Yeah, I mean, we can hear the skylark singing. Oh, look,
Yeah.
there's a skylark right there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Well, there's a hare just running
Hare
through.
running, skylark. You can just, like, it's wonderful that spring is starting. The fact that we're still out here doing this.
Yeah.
You know,
We
when-
should be out on a country walk looking for just
Looking
gorgeous
for-
wildlife.
Yeah, doing a spot of birding.
Not chasing trail hunters.
No, it's just not. Not your average Saturday out, is it?
It really is not.
Yeah. What's your average Saturday morning like?
Well, I go for a run.
Oh, yeah, you're good at that.
I do, and I spot wildlife on that run. And this is my favourite time of year to run as well, because you see beautiful things. So, yeah, and then just a lazy breakfast and then maybe a walk.
Oh, lovely.
What about you?
Yeah, a bit the same, really. I mean, I might get on with a bit of work. Sometimes I'm out here.
Yeah.
Doing this.
Yes. But this shouldn't be an average Saturday.
It shouldn't be.
No.
So we've got some riders pointing off to the left, perhaps, something going on. You need to have eyes in every direction doing this.
That's why there's a team of SABs.
Yeah. You need so many more people. And this is the thing, the more support that the Hunt Saboteurs Association can get,
please.
and the local Hunt Sab groups, it's so important. I mean, being out here on the ground, if you're able, is quite an empowering but hard thing to do. But it really does make the world a difference. But just supporting, donating where you can, raising awareness, like clicking that share button.
Yeah.
If you're watching live now,
if you can share stuff, that would be great.
Share our content away. Not for the benefit of us, but for the benefit of those foxes and the SABs that are out here all the time trying to put an end to this absolutely ghastly, disgusting thing that they call sport. Which, again...
It's just not sport. Like, there's at no point is there...
Oh, dear.
Is there sport.
There we go, got some roe deer here in front.
Oh, beautiful. Gorgeous deer. I love their little white bums.
They're really white and fluffy at the moment, aren't they? Yeah. Just beautiful.
There's always something magical about deer, except when they're running for their lives.
Yeah, we don't like seeing that.
No.
Right, let's see if we can catch up with them a little bit. Just be speedy. Come on, everybody.
We're
come on, everyone's been a bit slow. Come on.
Let's go.
We better catch up. What's going on? Anything?
We can see a quad up ahead. The quad is literally... riders on the right.
Riders, oh yeah, there we go. They're quite close now.
The field. So it's where the hounds and the huntsmen are. That is the question.
They'll be up ahead, won't they?
Yeah, I mean, you'd think.
Yeah, the quad's here.
Be a bit funny. The thing is, the quad sometimes betrays them because when you see the quad, usually they are in the vicinity. Same with the hunt support.
Yeah.
There's deers over there.
Yeah, I've just seen them running through the field.
In a particular direction, and
for a good indicator, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. They do betray themselves, and it's interesting sometimes listening to their conversations because sometimes they'll mention where they'll be on to next, or what the plan of action is, because they all communicate with each other.
Of course they do. I'm sure they've got WhatsApps and everything else going on.
Phone calls, texts, I think radios as well.
Yeah, which is why why we kind of always have to keep kind of quiet, but when we plan to do these kind of things, because we don't want it getting out.
Absolutely. And I mean, the thing is, we've got the likes of Luke, who knows this area so well and has been sabbing them for so long. He tends to know their
yeah, there they are, down there.
Yeah. They're creatures of habit as well. They like to hunt in the same places, so the likes of Luke can really understand where they're going to, where they might go back to. But sometimes it's just a case of just chasing your tail from one place to the next.
It's quite hard because you always just feel like you're on the back foot a little bit, but the amount of evidence that you gather, I mean, it's really influential.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the thing is it's being in the field is so important, but also having the drone up, having the cameras, gathering intelligence, getting information is super, super important. And I think with stuff like that, it's also really important because it shows everybody that hunt sabs, we're not vigilantes. We're here doing a really, really important job. And that is just to prevent fox hunting.
It's as simple as that, isn't it? Because, you wouldn't be out here if you didn't really care.
Oh, absolutely. Like I've got no interest in in getting into altercations or anything like that.
I hate it. I'm really not a confrontational person. I really hate it. But when I'm in environments like this, I'm like, I'm going to stand up for the wildlife and stand my ground.
Absolutely. And like, you know, I'm a horse owner. I have one myself. He is the love of my life, and one of the things that I'm also passionate about is how these guys treat their horses. It's not, you know, I think being a SAB, there are so many other elements to it. It's to protect wildlife at the end of the day and to ensure foxes aren't being hunted, but it's also to draw awareness to the horses that aren't treated particularly well, the hounds that, you know, as Luke mentioned earlier, end up with a bullet in their head if they're too slow or if they riot, or, you know, it's just an unbelievably cruel world. But, you know, they seem to call it a sport, and I don't know, it blows my mind.
I hate that word, but it's interesting because, I mean, I've loved horses when I was younger. I used to ride, and a lot of the riders that are here for the day, I mean, sometimes they hang back, and they seem to some of them anyway, it's more of a social outing. But you can ride a horse in the countryside without needing to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, you've got the clean boot hunts where you do not have any kind of animal scented trail. It's a human scented trail, like the bloodhounds. And there's just absolutely no need to be chasing foxes, using animal trails, which is what they claim to do, but we know they don't. But there's just no need for it. There are so many other things you can do as an equestrian. You know, going out hacking, going out doing other countryside pursuits that don't involve hunting. But I think the problem is and you see, as you've seen earlier, there are youngsters out. Yeah. People bring their children out to this. You know, you've got a lot of young women, young men who might be out on their first season, might be out on their second season, or might have been doing it their entire life. It's shocking. I think a lot of people have the misconception it's, you know, an old person's sport or an old man's game, and it's really not.
That was one thing when I first started coming out that I was quite surprised by, because I expected that. Yeah. Like, I expected it to be a certain generation, and hopefully one that was going to kind of overturn at some point, you know, but actually
grow out of it. Yeah,
I'll grow out of it. But there is actually a surprising number. I mean, the number seems to be declining in general, but there seems to be some young faces in there, which is a grave concern.
Absolutely, totally. And I think the thing is, I think it's really important for us to spread awareness, get as much information out as possible, and educate, you know, the youngsters, and show them over things like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, what the reality of the sport, I use in quotations, is.
It's an outlet for violence in a way, isn't it?
Totally is. It totally is. And I think the thing is, us SABs, we get painted as vigilantes, you know, orchestrating violent campaigns, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
Yep. I mean, I know, you know, fox hunters who have records for beating people out in public, in the clubs, in bars, in towns, restaurants. Yeah. Like, you know, the public damage to farms. That was a horn there.
Yeah, that was a horn.
Do you think the hounds could be in cry?
He might be gathering them up.
Look at that train coming.
There's a train coming. Whereabouts are they?
In that direction. The huntsman obviously has a different kind of sounds of his horn and voice communications for different things that he wants the hounds to do, i.e. gather them up, moving on, you know, done for the day, and ultimately, you know, chase, pursue.
But they did just run over there, and there is a massive train, a cargo train, with all that information. Can you see? Yeah, just going that way, like that was the direction they went. They did go over a bridge, so I don't think they're on the railway. But the thing is, you've seen earlier that they don't have control of all the hounds. Some of those hounds are left behind, and if one goes down onto that railway track, well,
it could easily just get...
That's flattened, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think that's what's surprising me in all this, is the chaos of today, Megan. Like, it's just so chaotic from start to finish.
Yeah.
So to say they have laid a trail and they're following this trail, it just doesn't appear that way to me. They're zigzagging everywhere. They're changing courses at the flip of a dime. There really doesn't seem to be any kind of trail they're following.
That's because they didn't lay one.
I know.
They didn't lay one. They'd probably argue that they did, but they didn't. Otherwise it doesn't make any sense. Some of the areas that they've gone into wouldn't be feasibly possible for a human to have trailed in there because of the bramble and the vegetation density.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be possible. And then the way they've been zigzagging and the way that they've changed their mind about 10 times to try and get away from us. It's not that feasible, is it?
It's really not.
Oh, look at that lovely skylark up there. You beautiful, beautiful bird, you.
We've had a day of skylarks today.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
About that.
Just that.
Happy about that bit. Yeah, it's just nice because I've been up in Scotland, so spring's been like a little bit.
We're a bit behind.
Delayed.
Yeah.
So the skylarks aren't quite up, singing their little haunts out that far north yet. So
that is such a gorgeous sound.
Come down and hear that.
Yes. Oh. It's worth the trip.
It's coming, people. Hold on to your seats. It's coming.
Right, back in the car.
Also, just for reference, just have a quick look at this again. Fabes. Just a quick look. This here, nesting birds. Please keep dogs on leads.
Yeah.
I saw the breeding season. It's March.
And not a lead in sight.
I saw quite a few dogs. They were certainly off lead. They certainly were. Right.
Thank you.
Kennels, I think. Just the area of. Sorry, mate. You say it looks like he's hunting the dismantled north of the kennels.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. It is cold though, right?
It's a bit chilly. Yeah, I've got hands.
Where's your coat?
Oh, it's in the back.
Okay. Do you not need it?
I'm down south now. It's warm down here.
God, this is cold for me.
I've been up a mountain in -3. This is great.
My ancestors would not be happy with this temperature.
You'd not be having it.
I'm from the tropics.
Do you want my coat as well?
Come on, warm you up.
Wrap you up. If you do have any questions, please do send them to us.
Yeah,
We're here.
we have got someone who's on the question, so if you've got anything that you want answering, please do send it in. This is really eye-opening for me as someone, I'm not an expert, I'm not an officer, I'm just someone who cares about wildlife, and this is just it's just eye-opening. The chaos, the attitudes of the people, just what people get enjoyment out of. It is completely eye-opening, and I live in the countryside. I do. So for people might say, well, you're not from the countryside, you don't know. I live in the countryside in Yorkshire, so I do know. But there's just nothing enjoyable about this at all.
Because you have a hunt around your village as well.
There's one that comes through. Yeah, we don't engage with it. They don't come past our house, but they do. They go up through the top of the village, and it's just really sad. And actually, our village is very much against it as well, and we don't want it there.
No.
I don't know anyone in our village who supports it at all. You won't see these supporters. They certainly don't live on my street.
Look at
they want for long. I'd make it very clear.
That's the thing. It's the power of using your voice, though, isn't it? Have we got a question?
Yes. Well,
Go on.
two things. Lots of love for your jumper.
Oh, thanks. It's not a jumper. It's like a
fleece.
Yeah,
Very nice
fleece. Thank you.
And why do you need terrier men on a trail hunt?
Very good question.
Yeah.
So it's if the fox goes to earth. So typically these days, terrier men or women or people on the quad bikes, they are usually employed by landowners or that sort of thing, or employed by the hunt themselves. Yeah, absolutely. And they'll follow along the hunt, make sure that kind of everyone goes together, and they keep an eye. So if a fox does go to ground, traditionally, if they have like a box, which they all do, there is a terrier inside. I'm not sure they've got one in there today, but the terrier goes out after the fox if it goes to ground to kind of let the hunt know where it is under the earth. So that's the traditional role of the terrier people. But usually they cause a bit of a nuisance in my experience. They slow our cars down. They drive very slowly in front. We got flipped the middle finger many times by terrier men last time we were out and called absolutely awful names. But their job is to make the hunt go as easy as possible. And if a fox does go to ground, then beyond that, basically.
Yeah, I'll just add on terrier men. So during the off season, in the spring and summer months, terrier men will go to artificial earths, which is a man-made fox den in woods that the hunt frequent in the season. They will throw out dead birds and dead animals to encourage foxes to live in that area and then live in the man-made den, so that when the season starts again, there's a healthy fox population in that area. So the Terrier Man's job won't stop when the season's over. They'll still be going around, trying to keep foxes encouraged in that area. So when it comes to season again, then they've got plenty of foxes to hunt.
So Luke, can I just ask you a question there then? So foxes are encouraged by these huntsmen to come into these areas to to be hunted.
Yes. So they, in certain woods, every hunt will do this.
Yeah.
In certain woods, they'll have so it's like sort of drain pipes really, clay pipes or whatever, and in the centre there'll be a chamber where the fox will sleep, and there'll be 2 or 3 pipes coming off that. So, like I say, in the summer months, the foxes will be encouraged to live there, and then in the autumn and winter, when hunting starts, they will know that there's a lot of foxes in the area,
right?
Because they've been baiting up the area with dead animals.
Wow,
it's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, the whole cycle is awful.
And then, of course, there's stuff like bagged foxes and stuff, releasing foxes. So they might even go on the morning of a hunt, and we just want to probably hold up somewhere around here. They may go on the morning of a hunt, put a fox in an artificial earth, and then later on in the day release it, bolt it, as they say.
No, so what does that mean? Bolt it?
Well, bolt means put a terrier down the earth or the hole, and then flush it out. So it will be flushed out, and then the hounds will come a couple of minutes later.
Wow. Chase can begin.
So the terrier men are crucial to creating healthy sport, and keeping a healthy fox population. And stopping up earths as well. So on the morning of a hunt, they might go around and block up badger sets, so that when they do hunt these foxes, they can't get to ground. The chase continues. If they do get to ground, then the terrier man comes in again, and they will put the terrier down, as you said, and then with a locator collar, they'll hear the terrier's locked onto a fox, and it'll bark, and then they'll dig down to that area with shovels.
So there's so much evidence that they're going for foxes, isn't there? Right.
Well, we caught 4 terrier men in January at Cotsmore Meet, digging into an active badger set, and we came back about half an hour later, and they'd left their terrier there. We found their terrier.
They just left it abandoned.
The footage is all on there. Yeah, they had to leave because they got rumbled by us. We went in and said, "What are you doing? What's going on?" And they had their spades and stuff. Oh, F off, this, that, and the other. They disappeared. We stayed in the area. 10 minutes later, they came back. Now we know they were looking for their dog. We saw them off again, and then we went back to the area half an hour or so later than that. And found the terrier on its own walking over the set. So that terrier had been used underground. It had wound marks to its face.
Yeah.
And this was a Cotsmore Meet. And they denied anything, of course. It was anything to do with them. But this is what goes on.
Gosh.
We're going to hop out here.
Yep.
It's heartbreaking to hear all of this stuff, but it's so important that we're made aware of it and that we understand what's going on, because if we're not aware, then simply this is allowed to continue. So we must educate and learn about the stuff that the SABs see every single day. As awful as it is, I get it's awful and it's hard to hear. Like I've honestly, it's very upsetting. But without understanding it and knowing it, then we're not in a best position to stop it. So education of that is quite important.
Well, this is an education for me, Megs, because this idea that people bring so it starts. I mean, it's all year round, right? So yeah, we're seeing this potential hunt here, but this started ages ago by drawing those foxes in,
encouraging the population. Yeah, so during the spring and summer, when they're mating and having all the cubs and everything, they're encouraging them by putting food out, artificial dens and all that kind of stuff.
All to hunt them later on.
And their argument will be, well, we have to continue hunting foxes. As that man originally, the hunt supporter, was saying right at the beginning this morning, as we're getting out of the vehicle, he was saying, well, we have to be able to do this because it helps control fox I mean, that's not his voice or his accent.
It's just a voice.
I'm just doing a voice so you know that it's not mine.
Similar.
But it's like, we have to do it because we have to make sure that we can control fox populations. There will be too many of them.
Well, stop drawing them in. Stop drawing them in. Let them disperse naturally.
Never admit to it.
Yeah, of course they won't. Of course they won't. Stop blocking badger sets. Stop doing all this stuff that clearly means that your intention is to hunt a fox. It's all there right from the start to finish, and then they say they're not. It's gaslighting. It is gaslighting at the highest degree,
terrible.
Isn't it?
It's like, oh no, you've seen us do all of that. No, we didn't.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a fleece.
Is this not a fleece?
No, that's not a fleece.
What is it?
Yeah, you're not wearing gloves today. That's not a fleece.
I don't know what's going on. I am wearing a fleece and
no,
gloves.
you're not. I'm gaslighting you, Amir.
Oh, I'm being gaslit. I'm so not used to being gaslit.
In fact, you actually questioned it. You're like, am I not? You actually questioned
Sorry, I'll take everything this woman says literally because she's such an oracle of information.
Oh, no, I don't know.
That's
funny.
Amir gaslit live.
I'm sorry. I actually feel bad now.
Right.
I can't see anything on the field up here, but we've got some of the Hunt supporters coming in.
Oops, sorry.
Get off the road. Daffodils outlook. This is lovely. Got some stuff going on. Moment for all the bird song. Anything?
Yeah, we've got huntsmen and hounds on the far tree line. You can see there's a dismantled railway that runs along here.
Oh yeah.
So he's actively going through there at the moment.
Right, okay, so he's quite far off.
Fairly. But it runs all the way up there. They generally do hunt it up there, and then there's the kennel. So.
Oh, the kennels are just here?
Yeah, so if they're going to change their horses there, they perhaps might do.
Okay.
Well, here comes Terrierman.
Yeah.
We've got...
Or women, should we say there?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got someone by our vehicle.
That's just...
Is this the one in
We've
there?
got... Yeah. Yeah. Got the quad bike coming in. Someone having a chat with one of our team. That's all right, though.
It's the same quad as...
It's the same quad as before, with the cleanest number plate I've ever seen on a quad in my life. I'm pretty sure, you know... Pretty sure.
Slow, aren't they today? Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Speeding or nothing like that going on today, is there?
It's a film off.
No speeding.
So, I want to get into something else as well. A friend of
Please
mine, Pat, I know you're watching. He,
Hello, Pat. Ciao, Pat.
He politely reminded me that we should always remember that fox hunters have a history of extreme violence, but further than that, they've killed 2 hunt saboteurs on our side. 1991, 9th of Feb, Mike Hill was killed, and April the 3rd, I think it was, 93, Tom Warby was killed as well. Tom was on his first day sabbing and was killed.
His first day sabbing and he never went home.
So Mike was, I think it was the Cheshire Beagles. We've got incoming, but basically the point is that they've killed hunt saboteurs. So we should never underestimate how far they will go.
How did that? Well, I mean, I'm not sure we want to know the gruesome details of all of that.
It was involving vehicles on both. I think with the Mike Hill incident, there was the Sabs were in the back of the pickup truck, and the driver was driving recklessly, and they basically were banging to say let us off.
It's shocking.
Oh.
It's shocking.
If you want to film that or not. Do you want to film her? Sorry, we'll come back to the violence, and we'll come back to the way that your fox hunters have killed hunt saboteurs in the past. We'll come back to that point shortly.
Why have you chosen me to speak to you? Why me? I don't know. Who's in charge of the
No one's in charge here. We're just here to document the illegal activity of fox hunts that might potentially be going on in the countryside. That's fine then. Careful, yeah. Yeah, don't want you to get injured at all. Well, we're on a public road, aren't we? Yeah, so we don't need permission to stand on a public road. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
She's chosen to come over now when the hunt are in our eye line here. More distraction tactics as usual.
We'll keep our eye on the hunt.
We always like to try and distract us from actually what we're here to do.
So there we go. They're walking around that.
You can see hounds there behind the whipper.
Yeah. Hounds.
On the white horse, he'll be the other side, and the whip's this side, spotting if anything pops out.
So yeah, whip this. I'll just repeat that again. So we've got whip this side in the red coat with a couple hounds behind him.
Yeah, so the huntsman will naturally be in the other side, drawing through.
Right, okay, so kind of going through, checking.
But the whipper in here, he's here to see, as the hounds flush through and are cast through, he's here to see if a fox pops out ahead of them.
Yes.
So you see, stop now.
Just waiting to see, have the eyes on in case anything happens.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you were hunting a trail, why would you want to go and sit like that? What's there to watch?
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. If you're hunting a trail, then you're on the move, aren't you, across a trail?
Of course you are, across the middle of a field. Why would you even go near an area where wildlife's likely to be like that? Look how thick that is. You can just about make out the huntsman there on the white horse.
Yeah,
he's
in the middle.
Passing his hounds through thick areas of scrub.
Yeah, did someone run through that at goodness knows what time this morning?
Oh yeah, I know.
No.
No, I know. It's garbage.
Yeah, we've got a lot of the hunt support here now. I mean, we are right by the kennels, as you say.
Well.
And yeah, some of the SAB team in the field as well. And we've lost our.
Watch him keep popping his way along. Just keep in watch that whipper in.
Such a bizarre thing, isn't it?
Well, that whipper in, we'll talk about him. Max Logan. On the 9th of January 2025, a couple of our guys were out on foot whilst the Cotswold were hunting on foot one day. And we hid amongst the trees, did a little covert job. And we filmed him and another because he's done terrier work. He's also part-time terrier man. Let's not forget that. We filmed him and another terrier man associate digging at a badger set where a fox has gone to ground and coming in and out of that area with a terrier, putting a locator collar on, taking it back in, putting it underground. Only by the skin of his teeth he got away with that because they couldn't prove the set was active. But the police did press charges against him to their credit and took it as far as they could. But again,
which was how far?
Well, they took it as far to they were going to go to court, and I think a week or so before court, they said, "Oh, we can't actually prove that the set's active." So again, there you go. Even though we know he's a fox has been hunted to ground, a fox has been hunted to ground. He's put a terrier down it, and he's dug at it to try and get it, just because it cannot be proven that it's
evidence
active.
of him digging and everything.
Yeah,
and it's not active.
Just because it couldn't be proved, in my opinion, it was active.
Well, you wouldn't dig down it or send a terrier down if it wasn't active. Exactly. Surely that's proof within itself.
So that's what I said about earlier, the little hurdles. We've gathered evidence, the police have pursued it, and then the law, the piece of paper has let us down, sorry. And that's
it's
what we're up against.
Disappointing, isn't it? I mean, obviously you're out here all the time and facing all of this, but I think the most disappointing thing is that when you get the evidence that is so good and you think, right, this is gold, there's no way they're going to be able to get away with this, you send it off to the police, you hope it's going to go through the court, and then not much happens.
Yeah, it falls
that's hard.
Yeah, and that's what every group's facing. It's not just us, every group in the country. I mean, there are successful prosecutions and whatnot, but generally the law's just not fit for purpose.
Yeah.
And it's not really about failing us, it's most importantly failing wildlife.
And it's worth saying, some of the police do such a great job. Like after the BSV, we got in contact by the local police because they were under a public nuisance order, which they broke during our live stream. But it's all under investigation at the moment. They got in contact with us and wanted statements and everything. And that was brilliant. That was absolutely excellent because they, took initiative and contacted us, and it was good. So it's not all of it, but it's getting the prosecutions through at that higher level, which can be really hard. I mean, I'm not saying everyone at that level is good, but some are great. Yeah. But it's in terms of prosecutions and actual justice.
Well, yeah, because also you've got to remember there's magistrates and judges and bits and pieces that ride with hunts. You've just seen it today. This morning they've met at the home of a barrister.
Says it all, doesn't it?
Well, exactly. So there's a hound there just popped out. But there's whipper in again. See how he's popped his way up?
Is he going to come around this way?
Possibly, yeah. But this is what you're up against all the time. It's a never-ending battle, although we're hoping it will come to an end at some point. But we need this government to pull their finger out.
Well, as they've promised us to do as well. This is the thing, isn't it? This is not just some kind of hope dream, pipe dream.
No, they've said it. They've said it, yeah.
Our government have actively said it, and it's important that we hold them to account and use our voice to write to our MP to make sure that the loopholes are closed and that the smoke screen comes to an end. I'm fed up of smoke. Yeah. I'm absolutely fed up of smoke. There is clarity in this situation. It is obvious what's going on, and it's got to stop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got to be said as well. A couple of days ago on Thursday, we was out on the Cotswold and we saw them chasing the fox. Got evidence of it. Called 999 immediately, and within 45 minutes or so, they did send a rural officer out, and he got his drone up immediately. So that was good policing. That was
something.
Proactive. It was good. That's what you expect them to do, isn't it? What we're doing. So there is that as well. There just needs to be a bit more of a harder push, even from the police themselves, in terms of getting out here as well, you know. So
yeah, responding quick. I mean, this happens all the time, and you know, police I'm sure are aware of when these hunts are happening, just in case. But
yeah, I know they're a secretive lot generally, aren't they? But I mean, they've advertised this meet today, trying to get a few more riders, but that's failed.
It's not the biggest show. I think we've got one of the riders coming up.
Is he coming out? Is it?
Let's go. Right.
Hey, so the riders are coming back out.
So they'll be coming out through this gap.
Here they come.
You can hear the horn going off. So all of the hounds will be in this woodland off to the left. Potentially going through it, see if we can get any.
Let's see what's going on.
Wildlife conservation area, keep out. Can we just notice that sign?
Yes.
Right. Wildlife conservation area, keep out. And here comes a hound.
Oh.
A beautiful, poor hound. You know, left behind. They're crossing the road right up ahead. Like, clearly
and this
sniffing
one's
it
just
out.
on his own.
Come on, pup.
Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, you're a tired dog. Go on. Look at that. Look at this poor dog that's left behind all the way up there.
Yeah, having to catch up with the rest. He's knackered. That dog is knackered.
Absolutely knackered.
Just pay attention to this road bit, because he clearly hasn't got all the hounds, hence why he's flowing for it. So let's just see if any more.
So, what we're just saying is that he's using the horn, right? Because the hounds aren't all together. So he's just calling the hounds with the horn.
Hounds just running
right
across the middle of the road.
Right on the middle, without any real care. He's right ahead. The guy with the horn is right ahead.
Why didn't he just stop there, safely gather the hounds and take them across as one? He doesn't care. He doesn't care for the welfare of anyone driving down this road or the hounds, anything. They're not bothered. Look at them, more and more and more spill out. So now he's going across.
That dog might have been limping a little bit, maybe. Just caught the back end of it. Might not have been, but potentially a bit limpy. Car coming. Oh, right. Back in the vehicle, perhaps.
Back in.
See, get the nods. Sorry, everyone. Quick interlude whilst we figure out a few things. There's a couple more riders at the front, just sorting a few things out.
Yeah, we're just figuring out what's going on at the moment, because again, it's still chaos out there, isn't it? There's no.
It is.
And there's just dogs crossing the road.
A bit confused. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it, to see those dogs like that?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're really beautiful dogs.
Aren't they lovely?
Yeah.
I know, I offered the last time on offer
All
again.
of them.
I'll just rehome them all. I'll have them all. I want a pack.
I
All
would
of them.
take them.
100.
Yeah, I don't think my cat would be happy
No,
about
I'm not
it.
sure. I'm not sure.
But
There
I'd
you
take
go.
them nevertheless.
They're beautiful. They are really sweet. I mean, you know, a strong prey drive, so on the lead quite a lot.
Yeah.
But there has been cases where they have been able to be rehomed and rehabilitated.
Oh, really?
So there are some ex-foxhound
nice.
hounds that can be. It is possible. You don't have to shoot them in the head.
You don't have to shoot them in the
You
head.
don't have
That's
to shoot
like
the dogs in the
just a
head.
No.
There are cases, you know, obviously you have to protect. Can I just, sorry, this is just bugging me. I'm just going to do a bit of litter picking whilst I'm here. Because I've been,
Good idea.
this Yoo-hoo and Monster is driving me nuts on the veg. Is it Yoo-hoo?
Yoo-hoo milkshake. Yazoo.
Yazoo.
Yoo-hoo's the glue, I think.
Sorry, I'm just going to offload. Yeah, so we'll see what happens next. But I mean, the hunt supporters are all here, so there's still activity going on. If you are just joining us, I'll just do a bit of a recap, shall I? We're here at the Cottesmore Hunt. It's the second to last meet of the entire season. It's the last Saturday that they are out. This is one of the most notorious and old hunts in the country, and we're here following what they're doing. And they're a bit confused today. I tell you what, it's one of the... I don't want to touch wood. I mean, you know, it's one of the most...
Least eventful.
Least eventful so far, because there's only 9 riders.
Yeah.
The other day there were 3, and that's a good thing, because last time there were a lot.
Numbers
Last time I was
going
here.
down. Yeah, enthusiasm going down. Money going down. All of that is
good.
positive, right?
We like to see it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go now.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. I
I'm
have to
staying.
go.
Don't
I have
you
to
worry.
drive back home, but I'm fasting today, so I've got to get home to break the fast. And all this running around is not good when you're fasting. But I am glad I did it.
Thank you so much for coming out and joining us. We'll carry on. We'll be here until the hunt ends and the hounds go back in. So I'll still be, so stick with us. We'll be posting on social media. But
yes, I'll be following it.
How
I'll
great
be following
is he?
it.
Yeah,
No,
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lots of love. And look after, get home safe.
Thank
Message
you.
me when you get home.
I will. I love
Okay.
this girl so much. So much.
Love him. Right, I'll take your microphone. There we go. Right, off we go then. So Mir's just going to head off now to break his fast for Ramadan, and we're going to carry on in pursuit of the hunt and see what's going on. Yeah, it's still a bit weird. They're all so scattered. Oh, there's some. What have we got there? Is that a hare? That's a hare, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So hard when you see like a little brown blur, it coming in and out the hedgerow. You just kind of, your heart drops because it's like, oh my gosh, is it a fox? I think it was a hare. So it's well, it's still not good, not good at all. But yes, right. What is the plan of action? Seems like the hunt supporters are slowly starting to turn around and go back in a different direction, because we've got the kennels here, which is where the hounds usually stay when they're not out and about on the hunt. So we're kind of quite close to home for them, but whether they'll just hunt locally in the area or whether, I'm not sure what the time is. Let me double check. Right, we're going to move on. It's 1:30. So, if it hasn't been that successful, and as there are more sabs than there are hunters and riders out there, then it's not a good day for them. And actually...
Sab in the front.
Other way around.
Or are you getting in the back?
Yeah, I'll climb over.
Oh, right.
Yeah, sorry, this is my way that I'm in. See you later. You coming back in this way? Come on in. I'll just go in the middle. Right, thank you very much.
Would make a very good sab.
Oh, he's wonderful. Yeah. I'm very up for it, I'm sure. Right. So, it seems it's got even more scattered, really.
Yeah.
You look a bit confused. Or a little bit like
it's
one of those days.
Laughable, isn't it? That's the behaviour. Yeah, so he's gone across there towards Flint's Cover. I think there's a team tracking him. Try and find out. That Silverfoot team, do you copy? Yeah, Silver.
She's, and the first time of the season I've fallen over was directly in front of her while she was filming me. So
That's great.
Storage plan on her phone.
Yeah, she must have a good storage plan of it. There's a lady that's been filming on her mobile the entire time, which is completely fine. Obviously, we're filming as well. But she must have a good storage plan, because my God, my phone would run out of memory.
I know, and I think a lot of it is trying to elicit a reaction, and actually
That's fine.
Just don't give it to her. Like, it's, you know, if she wants to stand and film us, that's absolutely fine. We're doing absolutely nothing illegal. We're out monitoring the hunt and ensuring no fox hunting takes place. So actually, if she should be filming anyone, it should be them.
Well, I know. Well, you'd think so, but any sort of engagement they can get for their social media channels of, you know, any little slip up, then they're going to go for that.
And the thing is, they will splice footage, they'll edit stuff together just to make it look, you know, to look completely like farcical, and it's just to try and promote this kind of attitude that Sabs are just vigilantes, and it's something I'm really passionate trying to defend, because we're simply not. Like, we're not. We're all of us are really good people that spend our time trying to protect wildlife. That is the long and short of it. So I'm just sort of like, you know, if they want to try, then then
well, you know, if we're documenting them right now, I've got. Let me find which pocket is it in. My booklet of facts, which Amir rather rudely called a leaflet. Where's my zip? Right, bear with me. Because would you mind holding this for a second?
Yes, of course I can.
Just whilst I am. That was really more undramatic than I was expecting it to be. Right, I've got all of my stats. There's a specific page I want to
I think we might have to turn around, guys. What is that down by the kennels? Is it?
We haven't spoken about this yet. There we go. I'll talk about this. So, in terms of reported traffic offences, so 87 were reported, which was pretty much, this is just within one season, 87 traffic offences. So this could be hunt on the road, hounds out and about, you know, vehicles having to stop. So the latter of these offences can be difficult. It can be a difficult offence to obtain because of the government's website for checking MOT and tax can sometimes take several days to update. However, for quad bikes not being taxed, that is the other thing that we haven't mentioned, isn't it? A lot of these quads aren't taxed.
Yeah, I mean, we recently came across a quad that wasn't taxed. I don't know if you saw the protest that was arranged outside. I think it was Parliament with hounds and terrier men, and the vehicle that drove there had absolutely no tax on it at all. It's just, these vehicles that they drive around in, like I said, a lot of them untaxed, no MOT, and, you know, they have no respect for the road. I mean, often we'll be driving down 60-mile-an-hour roads with the hunt out in front of us with hounds behind, and obviously they're going at a snail's pace, and it's just so dangerous. Like, hounds on the road, lone hounds on the road. You know, there have been horrendous incidents involving hounds, and you can see it. You know, every single week we come out, there is always an accident waiting to happen with them.
Yeah, it really is never ending. And I've got a list of offences. This is from the Protect the Wild website, another organisation to support. We're going to have to do a battery change. So we're going to do a battery change first. We're going to do a battery change quickly, so bear with us. We'll be right back for the offences of the Cottesmore.
Just want to pull in here a minute.
Hello, welcome back. Thank you for bearing with us after our battery change. We're just back at the Cottesmore Hunt, and something's just happened. So you have a horseshoe in your hand. Tell me what's gone on.
This has just come off one of the hunt followers' horses. We watched as 3 followers tried to take the horses over a metal bridge just back down there. So it had a grid on it. And you would think with a grid, you wouldn't take a horse over it because the first thing that's going to happen is their foot's going to go through it. And that's exactly what's just happened. We've just filmed the horse's foot go through the grid. And as it panicked, it then put another leg went through the iron railings on the bridge. And the horse was absolutely thrashing around. In its struggle, it's pulled that horseshoe off. They've taken the horse away. I don't know if it's badly hurt or not. But, I mean, this is just the mentality of these people. They don't care about anything. That horse, someone's a so-called responsible horse rider.
Yeah, you do. If you're a responsible horse rider, you're not putting your horse through that.
You do not go across a metal grid on a bridge, on a horse, and straight away, that's what happened. The horse's foot was caught. We filmed it all, it's all on film, and then its other leg went through the railings on the side of the bridge and it was thrashing around. How it hasn't broken a leg, I don't know. But it just goes to show this is what these people are like. They just don't care, whether it's hounds, foxes, or the horses they ride.
Look how bent that is as well. I mean, this is a tough bit of metal. Like, it's hard to bend in that way. I mean, that's a lot of force.
It's a hell of a lot of force, yeah. And as I say, we've watched the horse being taken away across the fields here. It's obviously hurt to some level. Hopefully, let's just hope it's not too serious. But there was no need for it. They shouldn't be out here anyway. They shouldn't be hunting foxes. But this just goes to show that it's not just foxes here. It's the foxes are the things that are being chased and are illegally being hunted. It's every animal that these people come into contact. It's the horses, it's the hounds. We've watched birds all the time. Woodcocks, I've seen many woodcocks flying out of woods today. Now, they're birds that are feeding at night. They're resting in these woods during the day, and they're being forced to move constantly by the activity of hunts. It's the damage to wildlife. It's universal in the countryside. It's everything suffering because a few people want to hunt and chase a fox. I mean, anyone who cares about the countryside, anyone who cares about wildlife and animals should be outraged by these people. Everything they do is an absolute affront to wildlife and to the countryside, to people who live here. Some of these places, wildlife needs sanctuaries. They need places to live, to breed, to feed, to rest.
Space. It's not that much to ask for, is it?
It's not
Space.
Much to ask for. They won't even give them that.
Well, they'll give the illusion of that and then encourage the population and then go in and decimate it during the season.
Yeah, and the times we hear about them being conservationists, they're about as far away from conservation as possible to get, And what I don't really understand about this, our government is talking about having a consultation with these people. It's a bit like saying, well, we'll have a consultation with burglars. They've got a job to do, but when they break into people's houses, we don't want them breaking the pottery on the way to steal the silver, so we'll consult with them. What's going on? You consult.
Good analogy.
We consult with people who've been breaking the law for the last 21 years. There should be no consultation. It's
an outrage that there is a need. That they are going down that route instead. But it's perhaps the pressure that's been put on them, and they're bending to that. Perhaps.
I think so. Yeah, I think we're this age-old problem seems to be that a small group of people, and it is a small group of people, seem to have the power to say to the majority of people in this country who don't want fox hunting, no, we're not going to do it. And it's no good for a government to turn around and say, well, it's not an important issue. It is an important issue because an awful lot of people voted for you on the back of banning these blood sports. So don't tell us what is or isn't an important issue. This is an important issue and we want something done about it. And if you won't do anything about it, then we will. But the point is, in a democracy, a so-called democracy, surely the majority who voted for this, and this is the second time, 21 years ago, we had the hunt ban, which they've flouted for 21 years, and now they want to consult with these criminals. They want to give them a second go at it. You've got to be kidding. Where is the democracy in that? What about the majority of us who're sick to death of this? And that includes not just townies, people in the countryside have had enough of it.
It's equal across the board. In town, I mean, that's an argument which to me falls on my feet: countryside versus town. So that's irrelevant. But it is widely unwanted. People want to make trail hunting illegal across the board. Doesn't matter what party you vote for, whether you vote for Conservative, Labour, Green, Lib Dem, it doesn't matter. Actually, across the board, in all of those demographics, there is an appetite to ban trail hunting.
There absolutely is, and you're absolutely right in what you're saying. It's across parties, it's across political colours, green, red, blue, whatever. We're all sick of it. And it's It's something that really does belong in dustbin history. It's a dark stain on our country and on our society, and it should be got rid of for the betterment of everyone. And particularly, as I said before, for wildlife, which deserve a place to thrive. They deserve a place to live out their lives, and as a part of a flourishing ecosystem. That's never going to happen where you've got maniacs like this, trashing everything in sight and disturbing everything just so they can chase a fox and hopefully feel a lust to kill it.
At the sake of their own horses, where one just caught its leg running through a metal grid. And as we've said, if you're an ethical horse owner, you're not riding your horse through metal grids where they can get their hooves stuck, as this horse did. Enough so that the shoe is popped off. Look how bent it is. It is absolutely everything. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Been called a W word. But look, this poor animal has likely got a leg problem.
I think we're on the move again.
Likely got a leg problem, but we'll have to wait and see what's going on. We're just having a look at seeing some footage. We've got some footage of the horse. So we're going to try and get the footage of the horse so you can see. But I'll... The hunt supporters seem to be moving off pretty quickly, so there's clearly some movement going on. No movement. Nothing's happening.
Don't know what's going on.
Everyone's started into their cars. They've clearly got some sort of message.
It might be over, we'll see.
So do we think we could be going back into the...
The hunt are in the kennels and they haven't come out yet.
Oh, they're in the kennel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're in the barn there. We can see them in the kennel, so these are where the hounds are. I mean, we'll wait and see for a little bit.
We've got a drone up over it, so we're covering it all.
Okay, drone is in the air, so we'll see if they do leave, but eyes in the sky is really important. But, I mean, it was literally clearly a moment, because all the hunt supporters that had cars all the way up and down here, they were stood all around us, all of a sudden they got back into their cars and left. So clearly there's been a message on some sort of group chat that has gone out and given them cause to leave. But... is that a good sign? I don't trust them. I don't trust, because before we've had it where they've pretended to go in so that we might, head home too, and they've just gone back out again. But it could be that they're just getting a second horse, second riders. So unfortunately, if this one's hurt itself, that man will probably just get on the next horse. And if the horse is tired, they often have two. But look at that. I mean, it is every animal that's involved. We've seen hare being chased. We've seen deer being chased. Foxes. A fox was spotted earlier today. This happens all the time. It's the hounds. It's the horses. It's everyone. It's those poor kids. It's their kids that they drag out really young in the pony club that, grow up witnessing this sort of violence. To be, I'm just standing on the road. Someone comes past and shouts, it's swearing and stuff. These kids hearing all of that. I mean, that's not how you treat people, is it? It's not how you treat wildlife. It's not, it's just awful, and I want to see an end to it, and I hope you do too. And if you do, please write to your MP. That is our big ask for today, as well as supporting all the organisations that are involved, everyone from the Hunt Sabs. Just having a check on the yard. So please support the organisations, the Hunt Saboteurs, North Hunt Sabs, who we're with today, who are just incredible, out constantly all the time doing this day in, day out, whenever the hunt is active. But it's also the League Against Cruel Sport to protect the wild, the new hunting ban, and that's where we're asking you to go. There's a website where you can sign up and you put in some details, and there's an automated email that you can send, or you can write your own. Use your voice to write to your MP to ask for a tighter ban, because I'm fed up of smoke, I'm fed up of this smokescreen, and I really want to see trail hunting and illegal persecution of foxes coming to an end. We've got some Sabs in the field there. It might be that they've just gone off for the day. This is right, we've got some footage. We've got some footage of what happened to the horse that's just coming in, so bear with us whilst we upload it. Obviously this just happened minutes ago, so it's been sent to us by the SAB team that was here to collect it. We're just getting it uploaded so that you can see it as well. I haven't seen it yet myself, but I mean, this bent horseshoe is enough to tell me that it got its leg stuck with some force. I mean, these are big animals, of course. It's a lot of weight. Seems to be a little bit of movement going on. 15,000 every season on average go out. Right, we've got it ready. This is just what happened minutes ago to the horse. Let's play it in now. Is it up there? Let's have a little look. I'm going to watch it for the first time as well. Oh, you poor animal. Oh, no. Replaying it now. I mean, that is surely got to be some serious injury there. How does it walk off? It walks off. Yeah, that's not good, is it? I mean, there's a lot of weight on that hind leg there. I mean, that was really stark. What respect?
A metal mesh grid like that over a bridge. So why would you even walk on it with a horse? Surely, if you're claiming to be someone who cares about horses and about horse welfare, why would you even have done that? The only reason you do that is because you're out with a fox hunt and you want to see some action. You want to see a chase and you want to get involved in that chase. But then you're prepared to completely throw other animals' welfare straight out the window, straight away.
Yeah, well, I mean, this hunt is known, isn't it, for treating its horses pretty badly. I mean, there's footage a couple of years ago which just hit the headlines of that woman punching her horse.
Yeah. I mean, I was there that day.
Did you see it?
I was just down the road, about a mile down the road, so I didn't actually see the incident, but obviously my colleagues did. But again, it goes to, that person was a part of the pony club who did that.
Works with kids.
Yeah, works with kids as well. So they're teaching young people about welfare, about respect, and then they're going out with a hunt and kicking their horse and hitting it. I mean, who are you trying to kid here? The respect stops the moment you get involved in this. And the animals, whether it be the horses, whether it's the hounds or the hunters, they just become incidental. They're just things to fill their lust. And it is a lust. It's a lust to chase and kill, and they get a kick out of it. And it's the 21st century. Are we serious that people like this are still going to be allowed to do this? Any government, are they serious that they can't ban it? Come on, we can do better than that. We really can. We're supposed to be an intelligent, forward-thinking society. Well, let's act like one and let our government reflect that and do something about these people. Yeah. They're an aberration. They really are. They just, I don't know. I don't know how else to describe them. They just don't fit. They may have fitted in 200 years ago, 300 years ago, but so did a lot of things. So did bear baiting, so did cockfighting, so did slavery. This is the 21st century. What the hell's going on? And for a government to turn around and say, well, this is not an important enough issue. No, this is a very important issue. It goes to the very heart of us as a society.
It's symbolic, isn't it? It's such a symbolic thing. And, when I look at it, for me, it's just like a relic of the past. It's something that should be confined to the history books. And I feel like I've gone back in a time machine. Like, it's, what are we doing here? Spending our weekends watching these people run around, and when we should be spreading, kindness to one another, kindness to the wildlife that we share our planet with, and the environments that we so desperately need to protect when when it's being so vastly destroyed.
Exactly. And if there is going to be any future for any of us, then everyone needs to wake up. We need to behave
and use our voice for good.
And we can all do that. I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time. And
how long?
Getting on for 45 years.
You had 45 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm long in the tooth for this, But when I started, 45 years ago, hunting was legal. And, a lot of people have given everything. And some people have lost their lives fighting hunts. They've lost their lives to these people. And through all that time, the public, the British public, have been vehemently opposed to this, steadfastly opposed to hunting. And then 21 years ago, we get a hunt ban. And what happens? These lot just ignore it. Under the guise of trail hunting and the smokescreen of trail hunting, they've just gone on. 21 years of constant law breaking, as I say. And you're going to consult with them?
There must have been a weird moment for you, because if you were sabbing when it was still legal, to have that law come in must have given such a means of celebration and excitement.
It was.
Yeah. I can't imagine that moment. I mean, I was there, but I wasn't sabbing at that time. I mean, I was 9 years old. But, I was too young to be outside. I wasn't allowed to. I probably would have done if I was allowed to. Yeah. But, that must have been such an incredible moment, having been worked on it. And then to see it and to still have to be out here, over 20 years later, that's just not okay.
It's so difficult to comprehend it. And you were right, we were all very, very happy at that point because we thought, we've made a major step forward here. We've got rid of this anachronistic, barbaric blood sport. And then for a government then to put loopholes into the act that basically gave them the green light to carry on. It's so disappointing. And now to be here 21 years later, facing this again, I don't think any of us are in a mood for any kind of back down from the government. I mean, there's going to be real anger here if they don't act.
And frustration.
Rightly so, and frustration and real anger, because we're not asking for anything more than do what you promised. And also, these lot, you need to obey the law. You need to stop what you're doing. You've been rejected by society. No one wants you doing what you're doing.
Well, the evidence of illegality is there and undisputable, isn't it? So, there we go. I think we've all got to do what we can. So if you can, please do write to your MP. Tell them that if a consultation has to happen, we don't really want it to happen. We know the situation, right? Get on with it and let's get to tightening the ban. Please, there's too many smoke screens, there's too many loopholes. It's gone on long enough. This has gone on long enough where animals, foxes, hares, deer, rabbits, hounds, horses, people are getting injured all the time because of this. It's gone on long enough and we need to do better, and we can do better by standing up and saying, we need this change in legislation and we need it quickly. Anyway, let's go and catch up with others. Let's go and see what's going on. Would you like your horseshoe? Would you like it? I don't know if you need it. Yeah, hang on to that. Right. Let's see what's going on in the drone situation. Hello. How are we doing?
We're doing good. We've had eyes over the kennels.
What's been going on? Are they still inside?
It's quite early to tell, but it looks like, they're packing up.
They're packing up?
So we've done a good job. There's our subs now coming back to join us.
Yeah.
We'll have another quick look.
So they're not changing horses or anything like that?
Doesn't look like it. It's incredibly early, but from what we can see from the kennels, it looks like they're just going about their duty.
Are they
duties.
Not on horses anymore? No.
No. It's all gone very quiet. We can see plenty of hounds in there. We're thinking they've packed up early today.
Oh no, did we ruin their day?
Which is incredibly good news for us.
Well, it is good news. Well, I mean, we want to make sure that is 100% the case, because
we've
had it a few times before. They try and trick you a little bit.
This lot do,
they try and pretend that they're going home when really they're just having a tea break, and they'll be out after they think they've lost the sabs.
That's right, yeah. We always need to make sure.
Oh, hello. Just having a look around outside.
We've also seen some loyal hunt supporters that are in here, die-hard hunt supporters. They've also driven into the compound, which is also a sign that they've called it a day. We've seen 1 or 2 horse boxes leave as well.
Oh, well, really packed up then, potentially, with horses inside.
Potentially.
Well, it's that horse that could be potentially injured. I mean, that footage was pretty awful.
It was, yeah. I mean, we've got footage of it, thankfully. We'll have to go back and have a look at it, but it was really distressing seeing the state of that horse.
Well, we've just seen it. We've been able to broadcast it to everyone. I mean, it was pretty... Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised if that animal got away without an injury. Hopefully it did, but...
And this is the thing, it's not the foxes. The foxes can get away. At the end of the day, it's the horses and the hounds, and other wildlife, people's pets, local residents, they're all the victims of this crime. And it's just an entitled few that think they're above the law and they can do what they want.
It's not okay. And they can't do what they want. They have to act within the law, as we all do.
Of course.
And they are not above it. But very sadly, they've met at the home of a barrister. So that tells you all you need to know, doesn't it, really, in terms of the type of people that do these things and how they are allowed to get away with it.
Mm-hmm. My battery's running low, so I'm going to bring this drone.
Drone's coming down. Okay. It's really funny, doing this kind of stuff, because... I don't know, every time you gear up to go, it's like this anticipation, because you don't know what you're going to see, you don't know what's going to be chased, you don't know what's going to go on. So you have to kind of hold your breath and hope for the best. But it's just horrible seeing it. It is just like watching what my mind sees as such an ancient part of history running around. It's like ghosts or something, but they're not. They're doing it today. It's crazy. But if you have any questions coming in, please do send them. I'll do my best to answer them. And if I don't know the answer, I'm surrounded by lots of people who are out here day in, day out. If you've got any questions?
Yeah, well, lots of comments saying
Lots of comments. Why would there be a trail sent over a cattle grid? Well, that is a very good question. There wouldn't have been one. There wouldn't have been one. Simple as that. That's the answer. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of their excuses, isn't it?
Another one, again, I don't know the answer to this. Have the RSPCA ever got involved with this, or have they ever commented?
Have the RSPCA ever gotten involved? I guess it would be on a case-by-case basis. I mean, I can ask some of the SABs here because it would be a particular incident, I suppose, they would get involved with. I think they did comment on the woman from the Cottesmore who did punch the horse. If I remember the press and the news activity at that time, I think the RSPCA did comment on that and get involved there. But yeah, in terms of other cases, I'm not sure. But we can go and ask Luke that question, see if he knows anything more. Hello, I have a question that's come in from one of the audience members. Has the RSPCA ever intervened in any of the situations that you've experienced?
Yeah, the RSPCA were the group who ran the case against Sarah Moulds.
Punch the horse, that's what I thought so.
Yeah.
Pony puncher.
It was them who pursued that. They pursued it.
Yes, they have, but not specifically. Well, it was hunt related because she was out with the hunt, but it wasn't a fox, if you like. It was her abuse of the horse.
It wasn't for them. I mean, the RSPCA is definitely, I know they do some birds and swans and stuff, but I mean, very much more domesticated animals. So the horses would fall right under their remit. But it's a very good question. Perhaps they should be more vocal. Perhaps I might ask them to be more vocal. We'll see how that goes. But yeah. And can we name the barrister?
Edmund Robb.
There we go. We did. Rob. That's it. Not to be confused. Edmund Robb. Edmund. Yes, Edmund Robb.
His wife is a master of the hunt.
Yes, who I spoke to. No. Oh, that's
Claire Bell, the secretary.
That's Claire Bell, the secretary of the hunt. Right. There were so many titles. That are.
Well, the main title is they packed up.
Yeah, that's the highlight of the day.
They packed up, which is unheard of at this time of day.
Never happens.
No.
Do you think they've genuinely packed up, or do you think they're just?
We've obviously seen him on the drone. The huntsman's walking around there in his Arkwright coat, and that. He's took his red coat off, and he's, everyone's.
They're not. I'm sceptical. They're not trying to trick us or anything.
Wow.
I don't think so.
Oh no! As horse boxes going out. We'll hang around a little bit more. Right, well then, I suppose we should start wrapping up if that's it then. I mean, if any more activity comes on, we can always jump back on because we'll wait and just doubly check. But until then, thank you guys so much for following along. We massively appreciate all the support. And do remember to support the Hunt Sabs. Northlands Hunt Sabs here are phenomenal. It's the second time I've been out with them. And these guys, their dedication, perseverance under increased scrutiny is massively massively amazing, and I have so much awe and admiration for them all the time. So please do support the Hunt Sabs in your local area, wherever you are, but also protect the Wild League Against Cruel Sports. There's some brilliant organisations working together collaboratively, and that's key. They have to work collaboratively to see the end of this. We will tighten the ban for you. Everyone can use their voice. So please, if you haven't messaged your MP yet, please do that. But until that point, I think everyone is going to try and warm up because it is a bit cold out here today. And this might be kind of the end of the season, but I can tell you one thing for sure. We'll be back next season if that ban doesn't change. Thank you very much for sticking along with us, and we will be back doing this all again very soon. Thank you all very much. Have a good weekend, everyone. We'll see you soon.